Good evening, everyone. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip. Welcome, Higher Peanut, Jeff, welcome. We have two visitors currently here on the Monday Night Social. We have Jay-Z, aka Dance Panda, there.
Hello.
In-house, and we have Surreal_7 virtually joining us through chat. Surreal, how are you doing this evening?
I'm great. How are you guys?
So, man, pepped up and amped, and wow, you're just you bring so much energy. Thank you.
He snitched
I
some
shouldn't have
glue
done
right
that. That was my energy for the whole stream.
Oh man, and Jay-Z, how are you this evening?
I am super awesome. Yeah, I almost fainted on
I
stage earlier.
can't believe
Woo!
you subscribed
Something
to
happened.
Don't
Mr.
Panic
Hardluck
Flip.
coming
I
in
mean,
with 10
you're
months.
paying your money. You must
gonna line it up?
be a billionaire if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Hashtag Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes, Gilbert, thank you. And Mr. Hardluck, that is 10, at least 10 hats off, if not more. Thank you so much. That is
What's
appreciated.
up, Iron Fox?
Iron Fox, good evening. All right, we're gonna try round 2 on Godzilla. The last time I played Godzilla,
I can't
I've had
believe
better. Oh,
you
Surreal, thank you.
subscribed to
Surreal's
Don't
matching the
Panic
sub.
Flip. I
Way to go,
mean,
not to
you're
be outdone.
paying your money. You must be a billionaire if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Vinny Blank, welcome as well. How are you, George? And more importantly, what are we drinking? Jay-Z, what am I drinking?
You are drinking Jose Cuervo sparkling margarita?
Here, you got the comms.
The what?
Yeah, I said you have the comms.
Oh, yeah. Jose Cuervo. I think it is a sparkling margarita.
Boom.
Wine-based margarita mix that oh no, it's not.
It's
focus.
super.
It is so
Can you do
focusing
that?
on your. There we go. Oh, it's focusing on faces. I forgot
There's
I
so
put
much
priority
bokeh.
on that. There's a lot of bokeh. By the way, I have a new camera coming. I was I couldn't stick with the ZV-1, and I also couldn't handle Jedi McMuffin upgrading all of his camera equipment and leaving me in the dust. We were talking.
You
Go
can't
ahead.
have that.
No, can't have.
I have 2 of these Elgato face cams now, and I'm very tempted to set them up side by side so I can start streaming in 3D.
Oh, you should. Just put them the same distance apart as like somebody's
Joe!
focal width in your set.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Like 66
Charles!
millimeters.
So wait, can you actually stream in 3D like that? Like, is that I'm assuming you put enough the cameras together, you can totally do that.
Well, specifically what I could do is I could write a shader that takes both camera inputs and then outputs like the red and blue old school 3D glasses type signal.
Oh, okay. And yeah, and you make everybody wear the red green glasses at home.
Be right, or get a headache watching the stream.
Right,
This
because
seems
it's
like
just
a really good plan for retention.
Well, Surreal, do you have a merch store yet? You could sell Surreal branded 3D glasses.
That's a good idea.
Oh.
Maybe
Hey,
I'll have like a 3D anniversary stream or something.
Wow. What a good idea, man. Joe and Surreal coming in hot on that one. You color shade one red,
Surreality.
one blue. Squalito,
Yeah.
welcome to the stream. Squalito, no, I've had Godzilla now for a bit, and even temp traded it to Man Adams close by for his Iron Maiden, and kept that until finally made it to Battle of the Beast. Somebody just did something.
I can't believe you subscribed
Hills!
to Don't
Coming in
Panic
hot
Flip.
with a tier
I
1
mean,
sub.
You're
Joe, thank you.
paying your money. You
most welcome,
must
George.
be a
Go,
billionaire
Godzilla.
if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Did you share the video of you beating the poo out of Mars this weekend?
When you say Mars,
Attack from Mars.
oh no, and I did not blow up Attack from Mars. Oh my god. She's losing it because she saw me put 2.5 billion up on Attack from Mars, which is not that big of a score.
I think
Still had a really good time.
I heard on
Feels big, though.
I heard on the Triple Drain podcast that you beat Joel Engelbert head to head.
That is true. Iron Pinball, episode 2 of season 2 was a wonderful battle between Joel and I. I haven't listened to the newest podcast, so I really hope that Tom and Travis gave Joel a really hard time about it.
They gave him a really hard time. You know, they were talking about tournament stuff, and Joel's like, yeah, I'm not really into tournament stuff. And they're like, yeah, because, you know, you competed against another player recently, and how did you do? You were last, right? You know, we should have George Fisher on this podcast instead. You know?
That's awesome. I can't wait to catch up on that. But I have questions
Make it blurry.
for this evening. And I'm ready to jump into the first one. Is everybody ready for the first question? And then we can also kick off a pinball, a game of pinball. Okay, so the first one, and I sent this one out to everybody as I was getting started. So you may have seen the picture, but how many licks does it actually take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? Does anyone have an idea of what this is?
The owl told us, though.
Well,
If
the
you were
owl
from
had a
the 80s
suggestion.
at all.
Surreal, I think, even responded in chat with what the owl thinks.
It's 1, 2, 3. 3.
3. Oh, do you want to go first or second?
I mean, if I go first, we know it's going to be quick.
Usually do.
Okay.
Well,
there-
guys are
17 Raiders from the Pinball Network.
Hello.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
That's amazing. Hottie was streaming tonight, the last stream for a month as he goes on vacation. Hottie, you're amazing. Thank you. Jedi McMuffin, welcome to the stream. I was just talking about purchasing a new camera, and the honest to goodness justification for it was you were talking about getting a new camera, and I couldn't have you having like such a significantly better camera setup, so like I had to jump in and upgrade my camera again. Didn't make it into the store today though. Okay. See, Jedi was trying to was trying to grab a really good deal on Craigslist and ended up getting ditched, unfortunately. It was a really good deal too. And then is deciding to just go with a much better camera overall. I don't actually want this over here. Camera manufacturers love Twitch. All right, so Surreal, do you have an honest answer for that? Besides, I mean, you're fine to stick with 3 if that's what you want to go with there.
Well, 3 is the correct answer, but I feel like many of us have probably tried to figure that out. Especially those of us that remember the commercial.
Yeah.
And I think the difficulty comes in that the Tootsie Roll center is never in the center of the pop. Mm-hmm. So you start exposing the center on one side as you're going through the whole thing, so it becomes a little murky as to when you've reached it.
Right. Like there's not a clear definition.
I wonder if it's something that Mythbusters have ever tackled.
Huh.
So I imagine if Mythbusters was going to take this on, they would use one of those stamp licking like rollers.
Yeah.
They would be like,
Right.
This roller is designed to emulate a human tongue on a traditional U.S. postage stamp. The adhesive would bond with normal saliva, but there's a reservoir here that mimics American saliva.
There we go.
And then they would have to get the ballistics head and put a tongue on it and spin
They'd have to
the
figure
lollipop.
out some way
Yeah.
of shedding the then used saliva. It turned into this big sticky mess, it sounds like.
Yeah.
In Sandy
Well,
Falls.
what they would do
sorry.
is they would put the stick of the lollipop in a lathe and have it turn slowly, while they had a drill very slowly turn the licking mechanism.
I would do it.
The
Yep,
stamp
yep.
licking wheel.
That would
And
do
then
it.
they would have Grant and what's her face off to the side actually licking, trying to see.
Anybody else, anytime they hear the word lathe, think of Galaxy Quest? And
Every time.
Sam Rockwell be like, I
That's so
know,
great.
Jason, can you build some sort of rudimentary lathe? Guy, get off the speaker.
We gotta get out of here before one of those things kills Guy.
Nothing. It's all actually about the number of licks before you get there. That's why the owl is doing it wrong. It says intended people. What's in Jay's bubbly goblet? Oh, the mango thingy.
It's a vodka soda with mango?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the vodka soda with mango.
I can't believe you subscribed to Don't
Somebody
Panic
just did something.
Flip.
Who was that?
I mean,
Johnny
you're paying your
McMuffin
money.
coming in with a
You're-
2-1.
yeah, you must
Oh, you can't see that.
be a billionaire
But you're up.
if you're wasting your money watching
Please don't
someone
ever say
else
licking mechanism
play
ever again.
pinball.
There are some special adult sites that you should never go to then.
Right. So this is what Jay is drinking here. It's a High Noon mango vodka and soda.
I bought G a mix pack, and I need to go through all the flavors he doesn't like.
Yes. Well, Jedi, thank you very much. My hat's off to you. That is appreciated. I feel like I gave up almost every time. Oh, you have? Wait, Surreal, did you build something for that already?
Oh, sort of. Discord. Sorry, chat. What I typed in Discord to George was that on my stream, when I've got people on Discord provides an overlay that sort of does an injection. So if you're using a DirectX 10 app, like a game, it can put an overlay in the app so that you can see who's talking on chat at any given time, in Discord rather. And I'm usually working on Xbox, so I did write a program that just has a DirectX 10 presentation loop so that the overlay will work. But it supports alpha, and then you just pull that in as a source, and you can put it anywhere on your screen that you
Yes, I want that so bad.
want. All right, I will help you with that.
I was gonna say, this is like the most surreal thing ever. But also, I want it too.
Yes.
All right, yeah, no sweat.
Okay, I gotta say, George, I know this is your question time, but like, does it drive anybody else crazy when you're watching a pinball tournament stream and they don't have the names of the commentators on the bottom? Like any other sport, they would be like, here's the names of the commentators. We got so-and-so, former 49ers quarterback. We got so-and-so, former sports writer for the New York Times, blah, blah, blah. I watch these like District 82 streams and I love it. I love seeing the tournaments, but I'm always like, but who's talking now?
Mm-hmm.
Is
know.
that a subtle thing for you to put who's actually talking on your stream?
Yeah, so that's what Surreal is talking about, specifically that. I imagine it's going to be something like this here, where it just highlights who is talking.
But it pops up in the stream.
But exactly.
I looked at the Discord API because what I really wanted to do was put sort of flapping talking heads or animals or something for each person. But it's a long story as to why that's not entirely straightforward. So instead, Discord has a pretty basic one, but it's good enough for just figuring it out.
Okay.
What's that app? Jib Jab, with the mouse disconnect from the.
Yeah, I sort of envision Canadians on South Park.
Yes.
as a start because that seemed pretty easy.
Right. TPN or TPC Discord? I'm not on TP. Oh, got it. So Jedi almost, I think every time he streams, always has an open chat available.
I can't believe you subscribed.
Somebody
to
else just did
Don't
something here. What is that?
Panic
New Jersey Coffee
I mean,
Junkie.
you're
Thank you so
paying your
much for that
money.
sub. You're
yeah,
amazing.
You
Hey
must
peeps, I can't stay
be
because
a
work in the morning, but
billionaire
have the best
if
night.
you're
New Jersey
wasting
Coffee
your
Junkie,
money
thank you so much.
watching
Sammy
someone
Higgins.
else play
Rating
pinball.
us with 63 beautiful individuals.
Yes, we do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Zero!
Yeah.
I always
Oh my
want
God,
to
he
sing
just
that
ran in.
Darren Chris Sammy thing that plays on the MPT3K where it's like Sammy. But I'm no Darren Chris.
I don't know who Darren Chris is, but you're killing it right now.
was
Keep
hard.
going. And hey,
Oh no, he was
Strange's
Harry
Universe,
in the
thank
Harry
you.
Potter musical.
Because that's what
Have you not watched the Harry Potter musical yet, George?
Harry Potter?
Wait, I've watched
Harry
like
Potter
3.
musical.
Is that the one that? Oh man, I'm gonna butcher it. I have seen. I feel like 2 YouTube videos that seem sort of like musicals of Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, George, this is the best. And I've talked to you about this before, but every time we've been drinking, so I don't expect you to remember it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't remember that. Now, I do want to point out though, I have watched what was the Tom Hanks SNL skit?
David Pumpkins.
David Pumpkins.
S.
David. Now I
Pumpkins.
have watched David Pumpkins.
I'm David Pumpkins.
And I have read all of the stuff around David Pumpkins. I feel like way more than I should have. I don't know why that was so successful or why I like it so much, but that was perfect. So now I need to go watch this. Also, Sammy, you're amazing. My actual hats off to you. Thank you so much for that raid. And then Sammy's going to be on. Okay.
Bio break.
So what? I have a
Yeah, I
Godzilla
took
power up.
my break already, so I just jumped on in.
Cool. Good start. Good start. Like to see what the game's head is at. There we go. There we go. We are going to destroy a saucer. Ooh, one more and we get an extra ball. That's good. We don't need to stay in Tokyo, so I'm going to travel to New York, which is going to give us the ability to actually start another another mode. But to get there, I need to go right ramp, left ramp. Insanity Falls has a David S. Pumpkin shirt. Any questions?
Any questions? So the way that finished it, like, this is your brain.
This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
So here's the thing: is I have a David S. Pumpkin suit. I have the full suit from the Halloween Express or whatever. Because like the costume they gave Tom Hanks was just straight up a jack-o'-lantern suit they got at the Halloween store, right? So it was already being mass-produced when the skit came out. And it's funny because I wore it for Halloween when I'm walking my kid around for trick or treat, but I'm just so used to wearing a suit, I kept forgetting I was wearing a costume. I would see all these people wearing these great costumes and be like, oh man, I should have dressed up tonight. And then some people be like, oh my gosh, I love your David Pumpkin suit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. Yeah.
Did you wear like a curly wig with like a shock of gray in it?
No, I
does it-
didn't have a wig, but honestly, my hair is kind of wild, so it was fine. I didn't do the shock of gray, but
You could easily pass as Joe Pumpkin, his brother.
Question 2.
Ooh, good call.
I thought we did this already. But who would make an amazing but possibly an awful babysitter? Amazing but possibly awful.
There are 2 balls stuck over there. I don't know that we've done this one. At least I didn't think so.
Do you want me to go
Nope,
back
nope.
there?
There it goes. That sucked though.
Amazing but, like, describe amazing but
Like,
possibly
who
awful.
might, Mary
like your
Poppins.
kids would love, like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Sure.
Like,
Or
he
like
brought
RoboCop.
a donkey in the
like I'm sure
house.
RoboCop would be effective.
That's a good point. Like, your kids will be safe.
Like, is it the Mrs. Doubtfire thing, right? Like, as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, the mom's being unreasonable. But then as an adult, you're like, he brought a donkey in the house.
The really good point. There you go. Yes.
Well, and that's the sort of thing like when you watch Jack Black in School of Rock. As a kid, you're like, oh, what a cool teacher. But as a parent, you're like, oh no, there is this little oversight. This could happen every day. We wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what a hangover is? It means you're drunk. Close. It means I was drunk last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, basically any adult in any 80s movie.
Yeah, is
I feel like the
basically
TV from Poltergeist did a pretty good job.
Right?
hold on. Squalito, this is not my favorite Stern. That goes to Jurassic Park without any doubt whatsoever. Edward Scissorhands says Frisco Pinball. Maybe
Michael Keaton
know,
is Mr. Mom as well. I can get behind that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Helen Keller might be a tough hire. That's a tough one.
That's ouch.
I mean, obviously, anyone who's been dead for a few decades is going to be a difficult babysitter, no matter how much the name carries weight, you know?
Yes. Fair point. Elvira?
Oh my gosh, Elvira would be amazing. Like, if that's like the ideal babysitter.
But I don't
I
think
would
she
love
knows how
that
to
at
not
absolutely
make
any
lewd
age
jokes.
from 8 to 44.
Wait, which one is this? Because I was also catching up on the ones that people were typing.
We were saying
Elvira.
Elvira.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Yeah, Iron
It's
Fox.
like,
Yeah, surreal. The hard part is convincing your wife that you still need a babysitter.
Oh, I am married.
like, if you read Elvira's autobiography, like, oh my gosh, like, she was not properly supervised in her youth. Her parents and just everyone around her really let her down, and she got to have a lot of adventures as a result. But I'm like reading this book, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But like at the same time, if this person had limited access to my child to help her know how to deal with situations like Elvira got into in Las Vegas at the age of 16 or 17, it's like,
Okay.
now,
Now-
maybe that would be helpful information for her to have.
No,
Like-
I'm talking
It's a
about
really
the,
interesting place to come in on, but hello, everybody.
I'm talking
Hi,
about
welcome,
the,
Sammy.
Hi,
the
Sammy.
character Elvira, not the person who portrays
not the
Elvira.
actress.
Yes, because the person who portrays Elvira is I've listened to her
That's-
on radio commentary, and she is actually a very educated, very mature, intelligent person.
Right,
Sorry,
because
Joe.
we weren't. No. When we said Mrs. Doubtfire, we weren't talking about
Robin
Robin
Williams.
Williams. Okay, there we go. But I'm
And
going
that
with
is
Robin
not
Williams.
babysitter material.
Yes.
Yes, he talks
You were
about
up?
the amount of drugs he's done.
Right. Well, I mean, it would be nope. Yeah. Sorry, not Robin Williams.
So
Okay, you know who would be a great babysitter is Danny DeVito's wife. I think her name is it Rita
Rita Wilson,
Perlman?
Rita Perlman.
Real Perlman. Yeah.
Yeah, who was on Cheers. Like, she's just, yeah, like, she doesn't take nonsense from anybody.
They
Wait,
have
was
just
that
right
the
amount of
bartender
scary.
from Cheers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that they were married.
Yeah, Carla.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Carla. Yes, that's her name. Thank you. The character's name is Carla. Carla is played by Rhea Perlman, who's married to Danny DeVito. I'm terrible with actors and actresses' names. Sorry, but I would let her babysit my kid because, honestly, one of the things I worry about is I've really tried to raise my child in the safest environment possible, but I worry that the world is so cruel that she's not going to be ready for it. Have I done too good a job of insulating her? and keeping her safe,
interesting.
right? And so having somebody like the lady who plays Elvira or the lady who plays Carla from Cheers come in and be like, yeah, let me tell you how things are. I think that's a good thing maybe for a kid to hear sometimes, you know?
It's interesting. I just read an article about the damage we're doing to children by telling them that the world is dangerous because it's limiting their curiosity and ability to go out and explore.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I'm like, the world is dangerous, and that's why you need to be curious so you can find the weak points to attack.
I like that.
Yeah, one of my previous coworkers was like, Joe, do you ever feel guilty about raising a kid in such a screwed up world? And I'm like, no, because if people like us don't raise our kids to try to fix the screwed up world, it's not going to get fixed.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
Right.
we gotta say, look, here's how you
raise the warriors.
Analyze things. Here's how you appreciate what is good and what is in need of improvement, and here's how you try to find the places that you can actually make a positive change. You know.
Did you respond with, do you feel bad about asking me something so dumb?
Or rude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a tough
Do you
question.
regret having your child?
Right,
No,
exactly.
Frank.
That's a terrible question to ask.
Well, but like the thing is though, like
Go back to the
it's
water cooler. Nobody likes you.
The thing is, like, I really do like this guy, and he really he is a well-meaning person who just, like, some people feel like they have less agency than maybe they do, right? You know, they look at the world being screwed up and are like, oh, this sucks. What now? You know what I mean? And, like, it's like, no, this sucks, let's go.
Right. This sucks. Let's try and make a change.
Exactly.
I want to. Sorry. Oh, wait a second. They played the bad parents in Matilda.
Yes.
Oh. Also, I was totally confusing Danny DeVito and the guy from My Cousin Vinny.
Joe Pesci.
Joe
Oh,
Pesci. Thank you. I was totally confusing those two. But man, it still totally makes sense. And also, Insanity Falls throughout Chris Pratt.
And it's not racist because you're Italian too.
Sure. Chris Pratt, I feel like not any particular character, just Chris Pratt in general, might, for me, win. Insanity Falls, I
awesome
like
and-
that.
When awesome
Maybe Chris Pratt
and
is
terrible.
Andy on Parks and Rec.
The
Like, real-world Chris Pratt, like, I don't know. Like,
awesome
some
yet
of his-
terrible babysitter.
Yes,
I mean, he's a dad.
I know.
He has kids with Anna Faris.
Wait a second, was Anna Faris the...
House bunny.
No, but she's in, like, Scary Movie and things like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. She has like the tiny
Yeah,
voice and the
same
big
Anna
eyes.
Faris.
Yeah. She was also Jan in that Brady movie.
Okay, got it, yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Insanity Falls can understand where the coworker is coming from. Insanity, Lane Bryant, don't you have kids as well? The Queen of Spoofs. Ah, yes, the Queen of Spoofs. Okay, I feel confident now. I am thinking at least of the same person. I am also, similarly, Joe, very bad with names.
Like my favorite, like one of my favorite, like Chris Pratt, like familial moments is like him and his wife like sitting there, and his wife doesn't have her arm in her coat sleeve, and he goes to like hold her hand, and he just keeps batting her coat sleeve, and he's like, what the, and he like opens her coat and like grabs her hand. It's like dad moment extraordinaire. Give me your hand.
What did I just
I
do?
want to love you. I don't know. Jet fighter attack. Shoot red arrows to collect that fighter. Holy biscuits.
Oh,
Surreal.
that's a good point, Frisco. Conan O'Brien would be Frisco's choice. Kids
For
would
an
get someone
awesome-
hilarious, but also freakishly tall and intimidating.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum would be an awesome yet horrible babysitter.
He'd tell you about all kinds of science and then go way off the rails.
You come back, your kid's electrocuted, and you'd be like, your kid found a way. I'll take that laugh. Thank you.
Sammy, who
that
do you
wasn't bad.
think?
I saw it. It was there.
What?
There's
Sam-
only us that are playing.
I don't know if like I'm not keeping track. Why does it keep doing that?
I don't know.
I'm not.
You're totally flunching it like that.
No, I'm
The
not.
first time you guys have ever played pinball, or
It's at least the third.
I'm not fully. No.
Oh my god!
I'm not fully plunging, and it's like going up onto the thingy there.
that was brutal.
Well, I don't know what that's called.
I saw that on a delay, but brutal.
It's still, yeah, it's brutal. Jedi McMuffin recommended a new filter on the lens, and he sent me a link, and I ordered it, and I put it on. Jedi, do you notice any?
Is that what you were doing when I came in?
No. Well,
You were
yes, actually, I
playing with
was.
your filter.
Yes. So I had installed the filter, but I hadn't dialed in the settings yet. Hey, somebody just did something. Seas of Silence. Thank you very much for that follow. You see very little. Well, this is also an LE, so it has the Invisiglass on it, which is meant to not have any reflections.
Really?
Yes. Why did you just look at me like that was the most unbelieving?
Maybe on screen on stream it doesn't have any reflection.
No, here, check this out. You can over here. It's hard right now. This one and that one have Invisiglass, and there are moments. This one's a little dirty. I have to take it out and clean it. But there are moments where you can be like, wait a second, is there glass on this playfield right now? You can like touch it and then leave fingerprints and have to clean it again.
You can touch it?
It's a good plan.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to touch it here.
Sammy, who would make a great babysitter but also awful?
I'm gonna
I'm
go with
being
the
a jerk.
Weasley twins.
Oh, Fred and
nice.
George. Okay.
Like, that was pretty self-explanatory, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody needed to ask any questions.
Yep. No, that was solid. And that is exactly what I was thinking of, though. Like someone who would be fun, but like
Irresponsible.
horribly irresponsible.
I'm going to let you like seriously injure yourself or others.
Yeah, like my older siblings who are always left in charge of me.
Two huge monsters are about to fight.
All right, backhand this sucker, right? There, got it.
Godzilla's heat rays building.
Oxygen destroyed. All right, I've got 12 seconds to hit it through the middle. 9, 8. Got it. All right, so I kept it alive. Oxygen destroyer diffused. Ball save. That's the cool new mode they just added to the to the code.
The limo driver from Blank Check. What is voodoo glass, Jedi? Gandalf.
Wait,
He'd have the best answers but never give them. He'd take you on. He'd task you with quests well beyond your ability but never let you die.
I was gonna say.
Randomly leave you on your own and then come back when you with their hair done.
Dumbledore. His basic solution is leave
wow.
teenagers to it.
Yeah, like, wow, so inept.
Leave you on the doorstep of abusive family members, you know. Great guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about the Harry Potter musical is like, like Hermione would ask, like Dumbledore would say, I don't know, I'll just let you kids go mess around until you figure it out. And Hermione would be like, Professor Dumbledore, are you sure that's wise? And you go, no, you're like 8.
I have to second, Joe, if you haven't seen those and you like Harry Potter, I think you would really enjoy them. There's 3 of them.
No, I've watched them. I'm trying to get George to watch.
I'm telling George that.
Oh, sorry,
I heard
sorry.
I heard Joe as well for whatever reason. Oh my God! Get over there. There it is. Sorry. I see Jay-Z getting out of the way. When things get tough, I tend to move around a lot.
Self-preservation kicking in.
Yep. I'm gonna get out of Tokyo since I've completed that mode. I'm moving on to New York again. I'm gonna hit the right ramp, left ramp, start a kaiju battle, and then get into my multi-ball. That's my plan.
I believe in you.
You can do it, George. Lynn's Arcade says, watch it on the big screen at Lynn's Arcade, tournament night here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
So good luck to all the contenders.
Woohoo!
I could have been a contender, but I didn't know where Lynn's Arcade was.
That's
Nicely
what
done.
It's in Colorado. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it? Okay. See, I don't know. But
I don't either.
George, I haven't had the chance to tell you, I've got an IFPA number now. I competed in 2 tournaments.
Congratulations!
And I have like 0.8 Whopper points.
Heck yeah. Wombat
Yeah.
Pinball, welcome.
Damage done to the city thus far.
Ah,
That's you. Also, my drink is done. How are you doing?
finito,
You also
good
need a
buddy.
drink. I will go. Oh, that was it. You want to start up a new game? Get 2 players going?
Sure. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I push this button,
Push start twice, maybe?
that.
Yes. Start twice.
I hit it twice, nothing happened.
Oh.
Did
Oh,
you
there
put
you
in quarters?
Player 1, 2, 3, 4. Waiting to join.
Getting reports that player 2 has joined.
Did you hit it twice?
I'm getting reports of a player 3 being
Oops,
No,
I
you
hit
added
it
a
too many
third
times.
player.
Sorry.
Now you gotta hold
I get
the
to play
left.
twice.
Toggles in Toto are we doing here?
Now I gotta hold the left what?
Okay, why is there not a Mystery Men pinball machine yet? Because then you could get All-Star for the multi-ball. I mean, it's an obvious
Now what do I
theme.
do? Why did you
I
leave me alone
am
with this?
thrilled
I don't
that you know what I
I'm
was talking about, Joe.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that movie
Where's the
far
ice?
too many times.
As have I.
doing. Really?
There's an
Captain
ice
Amazing
cube here.
wears
What is wrong?
glasses.
It is way too
Lance
hot in
does
here
not
for
wear
no ice.
glasses. Or vice versa. Scratch that.
That movie is so good.
I mean,
I never saw it.
I meant to say thank you
Oh,
for the
do
drink.
yourself a favor.
Okay, I meant to say
Look,
thank you.
your kid will love it, George.
It's, in my opinion, the greatest superhero movie ever made.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's up there for sure.
Wow.
What is it?
Mystery Men
Mystery
with
Men.
Janine
Mystery Men.
Garofalo.
And Adam Ben Stiller.
And Dane
Yeah.
Cook.
The guy who plays Kel from Kenan and Kel is in it. But like, so the song All Star, if you watch the music video
Yeah.
for All Star by Smash Mouth, the music video is footage from the film Mystery Men. Like, they made the song for the film.
I remember
And then it
that.
ended up in like 800 other films after that. But like, this was where it started.
For the record, Kel's name is actually Kel.
Oh my gosh, really?
Kel Mitchell.
See, I'm so bad at actors and stuff. Like,
And isn't
when I got to
Kenan really
college,
Kenan
my
Thompson?
roommate, freshman year in college, was from LA. And like, we'd be watching TV, and he'd be like, Hills, who is that on the TV? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, that's Jennifer Lopez. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And he's like, Jennifer Lopez lives 2 blocks away from me. I walk my dog, I see her walking her dog. I'm like, good for you. I'm from Tennessee. I don't have these connections.
Like somebody
I
that
don't-
just wanted to sound important.
Well, yeah, but like, that's the thing though, is like, I don't know who anybody is or what they look like or whatever. It's
Which makes it
you know.
really funny because clearly they were trying to impress you and it wasn't working.
But the thing is, I don't know to be impressed because I also
know.
don't know who Jennifer Lopez is.
That's what's funny about it is it didn't work.
Want to hear a joke?
I would love to hear a joke.
What do you get when you cross an angry sheep with an angry cow?
your cooperation.
I have no idea.
2 animals in a bad mood.
I don't want to laugh at that, but I know that I'm going to tell it tomorrow.
I'm totally using that on my kid, and she's gonna be so mad at me. She's not. This is one of those things she's not gonna forgive me for. She's gonna talk to a therapist in 10 years about this.
Oh my god. You almost made me blow my nose like all over the playfield. I didn't know where that was going at all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We missed out on some George Snot Rockets. Let's do it.
Yep. Okay, I gotta catch up
Oh,
over here.
Queen Dark Lady.
She asked if we wanted to hear a joke, not a travesty.
We read jokes
Joe
after
Hills,
show.
yes.
That was good.
I know. I was like, I can't deliver this with a straight face because I was like chuckling as I was typing it. I was like, ah.
Insanity, I have not seen Amada. I don't know what that is.
Amada?
Yeah, have you seen Amada yet? And that joke is the state of our humor. I completely agree.
Oh, I haven't seen Amada yet, but I saw Everything Everywhere at Once.
What'd you think?
Oh,
I
it was
thought
so...
it was fantastic. One of the best films I've seen in a long time. I went in absolutely knowing nothing. I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know what it was about. I just heard it was a good movie and you should see it, and it's weird. And I'm like, that's fine. That's all I need. And that's all I'm telling people. It's a good movie. You should see it, and it's weird.
It's beautiful.
YouTube keeps recommending it to me. I should watch it.
You should definitely watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's
It is-
finally on streaming, so yeah, like if you were like waiting for it to go on streaming, because I kind of was, like, yeah, it's a good time.
Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Two animals in a bad mood.
No, not that. I was wondering if the Amada was a joke.
Oh.
Yes. It's what's the motto? Nothing. What's the motto with you?
Oh,
What's the matter, babe? Are you
dear.
feeling blue?
well played. Well played. That's that brings back the old Henway joke. All right, so we are on to number 3 for this evening. Are we ready for question number 3? Amongst all the questions I have written up for this evening, number 3 is sorry.
No?
Was that Joe Hills?
I don't know.
Who is it?
It was, do you think alcoholic beverages can or should be spicy?
Spicy.
Yes.
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Bloody Mary is
depends.
spicy.
Yeah, there's a Bloody Mary, there's a Prairie Fire.
That's what.
I mean,
Yeah.
admittedly, that's usually done on a dare.
I mean, but we like...
you can spice wine like
I can't believe
it's one of those
you
things. Not
subscribe to
every alcoholic
Don't
beverage
Panic
needs like
Flip.
here's a shot of
I
Tabasco
mean,
in it.
you're
But like
paying your
if
money.
you do it right, that's like saying should every alcoholic beverage have salt on the rim?
Billionaire if you're
lot of them
wasting
benefit
your
from
money
it, but not all of
watching
them.
There's
someone
like jalapeno
else.
Rim
margaritas.
wine
Red
glass,
Jedi.
but you know.
I've never tried salt on a wine glass. I would give that a go.
No. I was saying I don't want to have that.
Oh, but I haven't
You're
tried
very
it.
wise, Sammy.
Yeah, but
Pour
now
margarita into
George-
that wine glass. It's nothing special.
fair. But now we're giving George bad ideas.
But like, I mean,
Misleading
like,
us.
there's like honey chipotle beer.
We've seen the inside of George's fridge. There are bad ideas abound.
I was worried about where that sentence was gonna go, Surreal.
Shocked that one time that
We haven't seen the inside of his freezer, so it might be much worse.
That's interesting. You have not seen the inside of my freezer.
maybe it has food in it.
It does.
Maybe.
It does. That is where the food is kept. How come you just let that happen?
See, I like to think that's where the food is hiding.
There are a lot of Reese's Pieces and M&Ms in the freezer.
Oh my gosh. From
I feel like
5
partying
guys
at
earlier.
George's would be great because you could get really, really blitzed, and then clearly the only food that's in there is Hot Pockets.
If I could eat Hot Pockets and they made a gluten dairy-free version, I would eat the heck out of those. I grew up on
And
Hot
they were
Pockets.
good.
They do.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
you.
And they were good.
Yeah, they're not delicious.
Nah. I feel like I'm really forcing it now, going to Mod Pizza and getting their gluten and dairy-free pizza, the crust and their dairy-free cheese. But whatever, it's good enough.
I went to this place and they had like gluten dairy-free pizza, but they didn't have gluten dairy-free calzones. I'm like, just fold it in half.
Do the same thing, but fold it. It's fine.
Can you just kidding?
Are you?
Ooh, those pretzel
thank you.
bites are good. Wombat pinball.
Thank you.
I've
Okay,
seen
ow!
inside George's blank, and it looks spicy. George against humanity. Let's go.
Thank you, Sammy, for being there with me.
Yeah, Jedi is saying, sorry, I gotta read that. When I met my wife 6 years ago, she was confounded to learn that I thought Skittles were simply an M&M competitor. But, like, Skittles are its own thing. That is not an M&M's
Different
competitor.
flavors.
Yeah.
Skittles.
Like, you could say that Smarties and Sweet Tarts are competitors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, for example,
But what
when
a
the U.S.
fool you
Bottle
would be.
caps.
when the U.S. military wants to acquisition something, they can't say, we want 500 million boxes of Kleenex, right? They need to describe them as boxes
Facial
of
tissue.
paper, right?
Ah.
So when they want to buy M&Ms, they're like, we need pan-coated chocolate discs, right? Skittles are not pan-coated chocolate discs.
Interesting. Oh, I like it. So you're saying if you could break it down into some sort of like a category
Perils,
or
not
type.
discs. Perils.
Exactly. Like if you could describe it on a requisition order the same way, right?
Day job.
Now, arguably, you could make a strong case that like Sweet Tarts and Sweet Tarts and Smarties, you could say they are like coin-sized sugar cylinders, right? But you wouldn't describe an M&M that way.
Okay. Sugar cylinders. I really like that. Describe a
Well-
candy in the most
To acquire
technical
3
way possible.
million sugar cylinders.
Well, that's the thing, though, is they can't say, "Hey, we want to buy a bunch of Smarties," because
I know.
that's
I do this
that's
for a living.
pejorative toward a particular vendor,
Yes.
right?
That is my day job.
Did I
No,
accidentally tune
they can just
into
write the
Castleman
requirements to be
family here?
very, very specific.
Very specific, but no brand names.
And then down select to Mars eventually.
All for this candy science.
Oh, because the Castlemans do the Tasty Tuesdays with all the candy.
Hey. I wouldn't describe anything as a coin-sized sugar cylinder.
And what coin are we talking about? Because they're not quite dime-sized.
I mean, you got to keep in mind it's an international organization. I'm sure in Greece they had some smaller coins because people's hands were smaller back in the Greek Empire or whatever.
How small are you
Everybody.
thinking?
That was a good save. That's,
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
Like when you see illustrations of Socrates, are his hands like Dwayne the Rock Johnson size? No.
I don't think anybody's hands are Dwayne the Rock Johnson
I
size.
can't believe
Oh,
you
man,
subscribe
Candalis,
to Don't
4
Panic
months. Thank you so
Flip.
much.
I mean,
My hat's off to
you're
you.
paying your money.
You know,
You're
It's
just
gotta-
because
you must
Marvel is expensive
be
and
a
they had to make 'em at
billionaire
75%
if you're
size.
wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Wait, were you talking about The Rock at 75% size? Because he isn't in the MCU yet, right?
He's going to be?
Well, I mean, I
think we're
assume
talking
everybody
about
makes.
depicting Greeks in marble.
it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Definitely.
In order to save time for the VFX crews, any renders of Dwayne the Rock Johnson have to be 75% his actual size.
Also, Insanity Falls says, I watched Bill and Ted tonight, and Socrates has normal-sized hands.
Yeah, that's absolutely 100% historically accurate.
In that context, it's pronounced Socrates.
And you, sir, were born in the 80s. Or maybe late 70s.
Late 70s.
Okay. You were an 80s kid. How about that?
Yep. Yep, I watched things like Bill and Ted and Back to the Future and Rambo.
Rambo. Wow. You know what? I had to watch Rambo about a decade ago for the first time and actually understand it. Apparently, I saw it a bunch as a kid, but I have no idea what I was actually watching.
Do you ask this question to each person?
Yes.
And they name each person on the call?
No. You're supposed to target. Okay, cool. So the next question.
Uh-oh, rules.
Oh.
There's rules to this question here. So, what movie villain is Joe Hill's most like?
Oh God.
I have an
That's
answer to this.
terrifying.
I have an
Because
answer to
people
this.
ask you
You know
which
what?
Star Trek character you most like. You never answer Elam Garrick. You say Geordie LaForge.
I don't know.
You know
who
what
either
immediately
is.
comes to mind, though? And it's probably just because we talked about this earlier. I could absolutely see Casanova Frankenstein.
Is
You
that
know,
a
I'll
made-up
take it.
person?
That's fair.
I don't,
Yeah.
Who's Casanova Frankenstein?
From Mystery Men. You're not wrong.
Oh.
Do your
Okay.
homework, George.
I'm
Watch the
so
movie.
sorry. Okay, so the very first Pierce Brosnan 007, there was a computer hacker character in that movie in GoldenEye, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it, and that's the villain I would put Joe Hills as. Very outgoing, ridiculously talkative, kind of hilarious, and the comic relief of the entire movie.
What about Sammy?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
It has to be a movie. Does it have to be a movie?
Well, the question was movie villain, but it doesn't have to be a movie. We could go with a book villain or some other
Are
villain.
you wanting to go with, like, Stalin or something?
Oh my god!
No. Jesus, cereal. I was thinking of there's the episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets that job in another city and he works for the guy that's like a Bond villain, but he's very, very charismatic and helpful. And so he's like super normal and funny and awesome for Homer. And then, you know, behind the scenes, he's like a Bond villain. I don't know. Joe's very charismatic and helpful.
Right. Okay.
I also work for Joe, so I have to say nice things. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
No, I mean you don't. Like
I know, I'm joking.
I'm going to say, and
I
this
just
is
find
just
that person very funny.
these calls, I'm going to say Dr. Horrible.
Oh,
that's a good one.
NPH. Wow, that's a heck of a compliment.
I mean, these are all great answers. Like, I don't feel bad about any of these.
Good.
Joe Air, Willy Wonka. Is Willy Wonka a villain? Like,
Yeah.
it would not surprise me
It's-
to hear that he was
It's
a villain.
undetermined. That's the great
I mean,
thing about that
that's-
movie is you don't know.
There's a
child
lot
torture.
of questions.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Good day to you, sir.
I mean, I feel like he may have helped out Charlie a bunch, but he probably also ruined a lot of kids' lives.
We'll send a report as soon as we know.
Oops.
Piece of creatures that are trapped in his factory.
Yeah, he stole a bunch of Oompa Loompas from their native land
Oh, wow.
That's true.
and put them to work as slave labor in his factory,
Yeah.
feeding them chocolate.
Also, he has that tunnel.
Oh my gosh, that wicked weird tunnel.
That tunnel gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
Hire Slugworth to spy on kids and tempt them with industrial espionage deals? Yeah, I'm sorry, Wonka's a bad guy. Wow, that is messing with my head right now.
Sorry, we just ruined your childhood, George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was mean. Okay, next up, we're going with. Actually, that was really good. It was so the notes or the rules on this was we're supposed to go around and ask who we think everybody would be, and I kind of want to keep going at the same time. I feel like we could potentially end that question on such a high note. So I will
mean,
leave
I'm
that.
the obvious villain, so I get it. Like, that's fine. You're not wrong.
That is no joke the best compliment I think I could give you. I feel like the villains in every book or movie are the best people.
They always get the best songs in Disney films.
Very true.
Be prepared.
All work and no play make Joe a dull boy. CNK Red. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did we go to Stephen King?
Oh, can I be Jack Torrance? That seems appropriate.
Ming, George's Lex Luthor, says Insanity Falls.
George's Megamind.
Oh my god! Honestly, Megamind, I would take that. I'm totally fine with that. Yes. Lex Luthor, I used to shave my head in Sanity Falls, so Lex Luthor would have made sense a while back. Screw it, we're doing it. Let's keep going.
All right, George.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Fine. I was gonna ask Sammy, but okay, me. What bad guy do you guys, movie villain, do you think I could, Cool Whip.
Stewie.
I'm gonna go with Loki from Dogma, where he's like a nice, likable person, but he's like gets pissed off for the right reasons, you know?
Pretty good.
Wait, was
For the
that
most
Matt Damon?
Yeah.
No, that was Matt
No.
Damon.
Matt
Yeah.
Damon, okay.
I
mean-
that tracks.
That tracks, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had a thing for him, so.
Two people agreeing the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor. Now I see it.
I'm really enjoying it, envisioning George beating the crap out of John Wick for a little while or something. It's so out of character, but delightful.
Well, here's the question though: is John Wick the villain? Like,
Who do you ask?
I mean, but like, there's a reason that they all refer to him as like, you know, the demon
No,
or whatever.
he's not. All
Baba
those
Yaga.
500 people killed his dog.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, you start chasing this stuff and yeah, eventually you end up with hundreds of bodies and it's like, oh, maybe I'm the bad guy. I don't know.
Well,
Am
when
I
you step
Trump?
back for a minute and you really look at it, aren't we all just really terrible people?
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
like, we don't have the same body count. Like,
That we
Jen-
know of.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, we don't advertise.
Jedi said Gary Oldman's character from The Professional.
I can see that. You do a pretty good Gary Oldman from The Professional.
Oh, I was thinking of Gary Oldman from True Romance. Okay, I'm fine with Gary Oldman from The Professional. Do you guys know the
I'm
character?
trying to remember who that is.
Gary Oldman from True Romance?
No, I know in True Romance, yes. But like The Professional, all I remember is the two primary characters.
He's the guy in the gray suit.
Tracy's
There it
very
is.
helpful. He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Tracy. Hi, Tracy. No, I've not
Tracy.
seen D-Berry, the new Firestarter movie, but I have. Man, there were some big names in that too. I think I can't remember who the father was. Was it Chris Hemsworth? There was somebody. There was a couple of big names in that film, and I kind of like the idea of Firestarter as a superhero, but a kid who's struggling to handle their powers. I don't know. Did any of you guys see the new Firestarter?
Was that the one with Drew Barrymore, like
I
30
didn't-
years ago?
That was
50 years
the
ago?
OG.
so I just avoid Stephen King stuff because people keep thinking he's my dad and it's really obnoxious.
Why do people think he's your dad?
Because he has a son named Joe Hillstrom King.
Oh.
And Joe Hillstrom King decided he wanted to be a writer, and he's like, I need a pen name. I'm gonna go by Joe Hill. And I'm like, no way, man. You've
already
Joe
got
King.
that.
Joe.
I got it. It was pretty good.
You've got to be.
It's not even Joe. It's not even the worst mix-up with your name, to be honest.
No, but like, here's the thing though: is my actual dad all the time is like, "Hey, Lady Gaga just bought her dad a restaurant. How's YouTube going? Can I have a restaurant?" I'm like, "No." But like, he went to school with Lady Gaga's dad, and so like, I'm like, well, yeah, you know what Lady Gaga's dad did? He put her through Juilliard. You never put me through Juilliard. I was in the Tennessee public school system. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know.
Sounds like Lady Gaga's dad's a bragging jerk. I don't know that man. Don't
I mean,
take that
but
seriously.
like, he at least like put his kid through Juilliard. Like, that was nice of him. He didn't have to do that. Like,
Oh, did he do it for unselfish reasons, or did he do it to one day have his own restaurant?
I have no idea. But like, I would not assume that anything I did for my kid would get me a restaurant. Like, that's like a really huge logical leap.
I
Also
was
an
joking.
odd prize for anything.
Cool. Can we call Sammy a villain?
Ooh.
It'd be fun.
All right. Who do we think of?
She says she can't see the playfield.
Oh, because
Hi,
it's
Tracy.
moving. Hi, Tracy. I may have moved the entire pinball machine significantly.
You can hardly tell.
Yeah, it's no. We're
George
still.
doesn't have a tilt bob in his machine.
I have a
that
tilt
was-
bob.
I mean, that was a really far move,
Yeah,
and you didn't
right.
get a tilt.
I totally got a tilt, didn't
Did
I?
you? No.
I'm
You're
pretty
still
sure I
playing,
did.
aren't you?
No, okay, I didn't tilt out, but I got a danger at least.
I mean, you like almost knocked my drink out of the cup of the next machine. All right, Surreal. If you were, what kind of villain would Sammy be?
I don't.
Like
I'm still thinking on it. I'm sure that I'll come up with something, but I'm having a hard time because Sammy is very sweet, and I don't know. Does not seem to want to kick puppies or destroy the universe or anything. So I'm thinking.
I mean, I'm glad I put that. I don't put those vibes out there. That's good.
Yes.
Do you remember what is it, Morgana from Willow?
The queen?
Yes.
What? Yes, I do.
Not her. Her daughter.
Explain yourself, sir.
No. Her daughter. The one that Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, Sorsha.
Sorsha, thank you. Oh my God. What is the line? Thank you, Jedi McMuffin, right there. Bad Morta. Thank you, Jedi. Wow. Jedi just coming in
yes.
with all those names so quickly. Joe Air, I'm also excited about the new Willow series. But Sorsha, and then there's this great line where Val Kilmer is still under the effects of the dust, the pixie dust, and he's completely in love with Sorsha. And he says some things about how much like he would die for her, and his sun and his moon rises, and then it wears off, and she gets so upset because she was going along with it, and he's like, I don't know, it went away. And her response was, the sun, but the sun
I lived in darkness without you, and it went away.
And thank you, yes.
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that once or twice.
I need to memorize that line. Okay, you are my sun, my moon, my starlit sky. Without you, I dwell in darkness. Okay, that I absolutely need to remember that. Anyway, Sammy, I'm going with Sorsha, who was a bad guy who eventually becomes a good guy. How about that?
Okay. I don't remember that movie very well. Let me see.
Joe.
You know, I don't know Willow at all.
Oh, do your
Like, I
No.
saw it. Okay, here's the thing: is I saw it when I was like 14, and I don't remember it. It's been a while. But yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing: is like I can't imagine Sammy being like a huge movie villain, but. Like, and maybe this is worse, and I'm sorry, Sammy, if this is insulting.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. But, like, if you were going to be a villain, it would be like in an episode of King of the Hill, like, Dale would be really mad at you.
Jesus.
The requisition lady needs an exterminator and won't hire me because I'm smoking in the truck. But, like, this is tribal land. You can smoke on the truck. Like there's something there. Like, I could see you being an antagonist in some sort of absurdist setting, if that makes any sense.
I mean, that's basically been my day today, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, like, I could imagine somebody like Dale complaining about you to his friends, and they just don't have time for it, type of thing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'd be like the boring, like, office villain, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the one that I told you I'd get back to this. The one that just came to mind is the woman in our office space. It's like, looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
It's so not me. I am offended by that more than anything.
Okay.
My job is done.
All right, and on that note, wait, Jay-Z, did you have something?
I was thinking like the White Queen from Narnia, the White Witch, the White Queen from Narnia.
Oh my God, the greatest actress.
But
Yeah, we
she
just
seems,
did that on the theater. What's her name? Oh.
But she seems too mean. So then I was thinking like Nebula.
Good one.
Tilda Swinton. Yes, Swinton.
Swinton.
What?
Tracy from Outer Space. Her name's Tilda Swinton.
Oh,
Yes.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, I don't know. Sammy seems like she would be like the nicest person, but also like femme fatale, like super kind, but like until you like make her mad, she'd just slowly poison you to death.
You mean like the Queen of Hearts?
This is the greatest question ever.
Yeah, but I was like trying to like figure out like what character fits those like
Yeah.
like so nice.
Candalis, by the way,
Amazing.
I dare you to find a movie in which Tilda Swinton wasn't amazing.
I don't know, there was that movie The Dead Don't Die, even though she was amazing, but it was just like so weird.
But she was amazing. She was a samurai in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
but I mean she was like
I
a
was
German
100%
samurai.
on board with that movie until they did the day into night effects on the final battle. They should have just had it at noon. They clearly filmed it at noon. The whole movie is about how the axis of the earth is broken. Just have them have the fight in the graveyard at noon.
Huh. I don't remember that.
Oh, it almost got me against
Pins and Pirates, thank you so much for bringing
my God, I just ran
9
in.
beautiful individuals over here. Pins and Pirates, how was your stream? How are things? And thank you so much for that raid. Also, I totally forgot to ask, Sammy, it's funny, I actually set my computer to lurk, but I kept getting pulled into conversations. I never actually got to sit in and chat at any point today. What were you streaming this evening?
Just more Minecraft.
Okay.
We didn't have AC for like a week-ish, so I haven't really been streaming because it's been like 105 every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fixed now, so that's good.
Okay, good. Jay-Z's over here fanning herself because I increased the temperature in my house by 1 degree.
It's hot in here. You have a lot of heat generating
Right,
machines.
Evan Muffin?
There's a lot of machines in there.
There are a lot of, well, only 4 of them are turned on.
It
right
is still warm. And I still have not cooled down from like heat exhaustion while teaching.
Yes. Oh, so it's not my fault. She was teaching. Sorry. What do you?
Hip hop.
Hip hop anonymous. She was teaching hip hop this evening, and they do not properly cool the area. So it was a large number of people. And was tonight an hour and a half?
No, it was only an hour, but there were like 20 people in there. It gets up to 80 degrees. And when you're working, like my head like was dripping sweat, and there was a point that I just, like I had ringing in my ears and I was dizzy, and there's just no air circulation in there, and it's just hot.
That doesn't seem very safe.
Maybe you could charge extra for hot hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. And so I forgot to tell you, Jackie's accent came out again because when I went to the bar and asked for ice, the bartender said, "We're limited on ice, so we need to save it for the alcoholic drinks." And Jackie's accent came out again. She was like, "Oh, you need to save it for the alcoholic drinks? Really? Not for the teachers who are dying of heat exhaustion?" And like she just went off on my friend Jackie, who I was subbing for. She's a lawyer, and she's from the East Coast, and and she's a lawyer in 29 states, and she does not mess around. Woo, nice.
Did she lawyer her way into some ice for you guys?
No, she's like, "Don't worry."
Her accent was amazing. I had to stop her mid-conversation and be like, "Your accent is the most amazing thing I've heard today."
It was funny while she's talking. I just turned around and saw George just staring at her.
I'm just like, I can't stop smiling because it is the most over-the-top East Coast, like Boston accent I've ever heard.
She's from Connecticut.
Connecticut, and she's just so upset. And for whatever reason, it made that even, like, it just made it so much worse. It was.
The F-bombs are flowing.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Yeah. So, yeah. And she was very upset. So, luckily tomorrow I am teaching at North, where the air is a proper 62 degrees.
Good.
Because I just, like when you are literally jumping up and down and doing full-blown cardio, and my head is making a pool on the floor in front of me.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, that was fun. But my body has not cooled down since class.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think since I've become a teacher, I've had heat exhaustion twice. I've never had heat exhaustion in my whole entire life. Until now.
Well, in August, it's National Heat Exhaustion Day, as we learned on Joe's stream earlier.
I was going to say, people won't shut up about this.
Which people?
It's just surreal, but like I'm trying to be nice.
Fair enough. That checks out.
This is the second stream in a row I've seen Surreal bring this up on.
What is National Heat Exhaustion Day? Or National Heat Exhaustion Month?
The more you know.
No, Joe was trying to figure out some holiday kind of event that would happen in August.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there were any notable holidays in August that I could like make a YouTube episode about, like
National
Halloween
Left-Hander
or Christmas. And so
National...
like, well, what about National Heat Exhaustion Month? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'll just like go lie on the ground. We got a lot of parking lots here in Nashville. I got a GoPro. I'll just get a 360 antistropic view of me just like on the pavement. It'll be fantastic. Everybody will love it.
It's all about awareness.
National Left-Hander Day is August 13th.
Oh.
And throughout history, 10 to 20% of people, the population has been left-handed, no matter the size of the population.
Huh. Sammy will be right back.
Really? Even like when they're really tall?
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Wait a
Okay,
second.
that means that there's a fairly good chance that one of us is left-handed.
I am left-handed.
Wait, I don't know.
Okay, well, there you
I
go.
didn't get the tall thing and left-handed.
I said no matter the size of the population, and he
Nice.
A different definition of size. Razor Randon says it is warmer now. Yeah, it's not even July yet.
Mothra joins the battle.
Mothra.
Anguirus joins the battle.
Nice. So we got an Adaball. Don't let me forget. I have an Adaball now on the middle.
Not like Adaball, which is what I thought it was for the longest time.
I like that. What's our
You
next?
didn't do me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jay-Z.
Do me.
What?
Do me.
Oh my God. What do you call him? What evil like movie villain do you think Jay is best? Man, I can't use words right now.
Okay, have you seen Ted Lasso?
Yes.
I could see Jay-Z as the boss in Ted Lasso.
Rebecca?
It was Rebecca.
Oh yeah. Yep. No. You nailed her.
Evil Lynn from the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe.
That's great.
I don't know who that is. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. I know, Jedi. George will hit me if I get the chicken. I'm so sorry.
What?
He won't hit me, but he won't. I'm not allowed to get the chicken anymore. The chicken is forbidden.
I hit the button. It did not take.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Uh-oh, somebody just did something. Hey, Chaotix, thank you so much.
Tell him. I'm not allowed to do the chicken anymore.
Clever, Chaotix.
What was it?
Okay.
Tossing some bits. Hope you have it. Chaotix, thank you so much.
You called me a xenomorph once.
What?
George, you called me the queen xenomorph.
Oh, I did, didn't I? I think I was referencing Rick and Morty at that time. All right, ball one locked. We still need to start our battle, which we can do. We have a mystery over here on the Maser Cannon. We have a shot on attack bridge. We have more tanks. We need to get out of here and start this battle. So I'm gonna try and hit, yep, left ramp. Oh no. There we go. Oh, that sucks.
Where are your rubbers?
They are
Easy.
in the corner. The rubbers that you normally put on the bottom of the pinball machines.
You know, some people just call those linoleum protection, or protection for short.
Oh yeah, when George decides to turn this into an income property, he's going to have to refinish these floors.
Oh my god, I tried. On the nightstand system.
George, you don't have to refinish the floors. Here's what you do. Here's what my landlord did. Because there's like a big problem with the floor where like part of the wood is up and there's a bunch of nails sticking out. And he's just like, the previous tenants put a shelf over that. You probably should too. I'm not going to bill you for it when you move out.
I'm not going to fix the floors. I'm just going to clean it a little bit, and yeah, it's a rental.
It will be a rental.
It will be a rental. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna put a shelf over it. Like, this is where the couch goes. It's in the middle of the room. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I know, but trust me, that's where the couch goes.
Here's the thing, though, is like, if you're just like, look, this damage was pre-existing, don't worry about it, I won't bill you for it. 99% of tenants are going to be like, okay, great. That was the only thing I was worried about.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to have a roof, right? I don't care if the whole place is falling apart because otherwise I wouldn't live here. It's fine, you know?
Yep.
I don't know, after what we saw Deb just walk into.
Yeah, she was buying a place, and at the time the market was so hot. That's what she had to do in order to buy. We have a friend who just bought a house. She's a real estate agent, and she got kind of like her dream house, which is great for her. But at the same time,
She waived inspection.
yep, she waived the inspection, and that's at the time what was required to get the house.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Oh.
That is the market right now. Well, it was.
It was the market.
And she's a real estate agent?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Your mic is still on
Did she have
right now.
fun mom energy?
I unplugged it.
No, but that just means that this is the mic now, as opposed to this extends it. What you need to do is then hit this button right here. Here, wait, hold on. I'm going to show this. If you guys are interested, so this is the Hollyland microphone set. And there's 2 different Bluetooth wireless headphone kits that go with a receiver. And on this, it has, there you go, a couple of lights, which is blue and green. The green lets you know it's on, and then you can mute it by hitting this little side button right here, and it turns yellow. So blue is active, yellow, wow, the autofocus is really struggling. I have it prioritizing people's faces, so it makes it really hard to have it focus on something else if there's a face anywhere on the screen. So muted, active,
Just
muted,
hold it next to your
active.
face, like put it on your cheek like it's nuzzling you, and then that way the focus is the same.
Okay, something like that. I like it.
This year's hottest new accessory.
Well, here's what's cool. This entire setup here, if you want multiple people on your stream and you want them to be wireless, you get this box, and this box has a little charge in the back, and then it gives you a light here. I'm gonna open it and show. So the box is a battery, just like you're charging your headphones, your wireless headphones, and inside it has a receiver and 2 of the mics that are automatically paired together. So you just plug it in and start running with it, and you get this level of audio quality.
Jedi, it's magic.
It's magic. I do like that. There's an Instagram or TikTok thing about this girl who calls 911 because she can't find the kid that she's babysitting, and she starts to lose it, and the 911 person's like, well, have you tried looking in all these places? And immediately she responds with, no, you don't understand. He's been to an illusionist camp. He's not a normal child. and the 911 person is immediately questioning it, like, are you messing with me right now? And she's like, I don't know where he is. His parents are on the way home. I feel like I could go to jail right now. He's been gone for 3 hours. Well, ma'am, did you check the garage? No, you don't understand. He knows magic. And all of a sudden she screams, and the kid jumps out of the freezer. She's like, oh my God, Carl, have you been in the freezer this entire time? Illusion is what the kid says.
I want to change my answer to the previous question of that babysitter.
There you go, yes. All right. I do the things here. It's so when Jedi said it's magic, it reminded me of that. Okay.
The thing you saw online?
Yes. Yeah, that the TikTok.
Illusion!
Yes.
What the hell, Johnny?
Oh no. Give me that back. Okay. Oh, darn it. Forgot to switch it back over. It's fine. No, we're just gonna start over because nobody saw any of that. They were just looking at us. There you go. Please show us how it's done.
Action.
Yeah.
Don't placate.
I don't know.
That's unbecoming.
I don't know if any of you know this, but we're listening to, oh my gosh, what's his name? The Hoff.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. Is this music in the background? I'm assuming this is coming through. Can you guys hear the music come through on the other side? Okay.
Oh. Initially, I thought it was the soundtrack where when he was wrestling with that hamburger on the ground.
What?
Would not surprise me if he listened to his own music.
Yeah.
Hey, who doesn't?
That's kind of interesting. Like, would you watch your own movies if you were an actor?
I mean, like,
No.
as
I know
somebody who
you would.
edits his own YouTube videos every week, in order to make the video edited, I have to watch it like 5 times, and it drives me crazy.
See,
Yep.
the difference I think would be is that you can edit yourself to like where you feel comfortable with the final product, whereas I think if you're just an actor in a film, you don't have that control to like. So like, from me, I'm coming at it as like I want it to be the best that it can be. But once you've given the performance and it's over, you no longer have any control over it. So like my mind would be like, oh, I messed this up and I messed that up and I could have done that better.
Well, so the funny thing is, like, when I watch myself in other people's videos, because, like, I appear in other people's YouTube videos, right?
No.
It's liberating, because I'm like, oh, man, they screwed up the audio there. I edited that way better. Like,
Really?
I'm like,
Really?
they
Because
made
you
me-
were on my stream the other day.
Well, but
No
your stream
comment.
wasn't, like, your stream wasn't, like, a video that I had to watch later.
Okay.
He's telling you it wasn't very important, Surreal. That's what he's
No, no.
saying.
Yep.
I don't go rewatch a stream because that's a live piece of media. But like, if I'm in somebody's uploaded YouTube video, chances are they didn't do as much work to edit it as I would have. And I'm gonna watch that and I'm gonna, oh, they made me look terrible. That's fine. I'm just not gonna stress out about it. I'm like, okay, good, my video looked better. Whatever.
Thank you, Razor Handed. You're
Yeah.
correct, but you're terrible.
What are
You're
the
not
after-
terrible, Razor.
Jedi
I was gonna say, your
McMuffin.
stream was very fun the other night, Surreal. Thank you for having
was
me as a
fun.
guest.
I
I
had a whole lot of
legitimately
fun.
had a lot of fun, and like people did stick around, and they said on my next stream, they were like, "Thank you for recommending I watch that Surreal thing." I didn't know what Quake was. I didn't know who Surreal was, but I had fun watching you play Quake with Surreal.
Oh, well, that's awesome, because
Surreal
we
a
almost
thing?
never played Quake. So
That's awesome. You guys played Quake?
that was
Got
a
it.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
Like
George, do you
original
play
Quake?
You should play Quake with us.
Oh my-
And we
I-
got to taunt Manu. Let's not forget about the best part.
Yeah, Manu was really mad because he was on vacation and he's like, I'm by the pool. I can't play Quake. I don't have a mouse. I'm on a laptop. And we're like, oh, look at us. We're shooting rockets. We got grenade launchers. Ooh, there's nail guns. Ooh, 9-inch nails. Woo.
Ooh, speaking about that, I finally purchased the 9 Inch Nails tickets.
1996, or
Oh,
are they doing it again?
They are touring again.
do you know who else is going on tour?
Tenacious D.
Well, I don't know.
Ben Folds?
Panic at the Disco.
I know! They're going to be at Ball Arena in October, and I'm trying hard to not buy those tickets right now.
Wait, yeah, they're going to be in San Francisco in October too, and I'm just like, ugh.
Exactly, that same sigh. Like, I should do
I've never
it.
seen them live, and I would love to, but also
They're so
like
good.
an indoor arena right now. Mm.
Yep, they're so good. Oh, what is this?
Don Julio, 1942.
Oh my god, just straight. This is the 1942?
Yeah.
Nicely done. Okay. Well, yeah, don't mind if I doozy.
Oh my god.
So wait, did you salt the glass or did you like take a jalapeno and run it around the rim?
Nothing.
No, I do not like spicy,
This
with
is-
the exception of Bloody Marys, I do not like spicy alcoholic.
That is a very expensive tequila too. That's yeah. Yes, Jedi, 1942. It is it okay?
It's very good. Yeah.
Okay, see, like I'm maybe not fancy enough for y'all. I like top out at Herradura. That's like my fancy tequila. Is like, okay, let's get some Herradura.
I don't know
hate
Herradura.
tequila. And then I had a roommate whose family, or his family was from El Salvador. And so, like, one time, like, shortly after he moved in, he's like, oh, you hate, no, you don't hate tequila. You've just had really bad tequila. And he brings me this, or pulls out this bottle that, like, his grandma sent him. And I was like, I can never drink anything else again. And, of course, I'll never be able to find that tequila because it came from El Salvador.
Yeah, kind of similar situation. I drank a bunch of crappy tequila in college. And then recently I had a friend tell me, if you're gonna drink tequila, go with Don Julio, and 1942 is the best. So I ordered 1942 and I'm like, this is really good. And now this is the only tequila, I drink.
Yeah,
I
the
definitely
story.
could go back to the cheaper stuff after that.
So the story that she had was that she had 1942, which is a $140 bottle of tequila, and she was she was refilling a bottle of Patron, like an empty bottle of Patron, at her boyfriend's house.
Oh.
And
Oh no.
which was a significantly cheaper tequila. But she didn't want to leave her big old bottle of 1942 over there, so she just was like slowly but surely like leaving herself some smaller amount at her boyfriend's house whenever she was there. And her boyfriend's friend was over at his house and polished off her tequila and said, oh, hey, by the way, I finished off your tequila. Don't worry, I'll get you another bottle
I'll
of
get you
Patron."
again, yeah.
And she was like, that was my really good tequila. that's not
Not really
inexpensive.
replacing that with a $20 bottle of Patron.
Please, yeah. So I hope you're ready to buy me some good stuff.
So that's what's so cool about this, by the way. Like,
You can taste the orange in that.
you can taste so many different things. This to me is like it's tequila, and I can taste the tequila, but it has like a flavor profile I normally associate with really good bourbon or something like that. Like it has so much crazy cool flavor in it, and it's awesome.
You gotta try that fistful of bourbon.
A fistful of bourbon?
The one I got you.
Okay, I will try it. I mean, not right now. Let's not mix
Yeah, no,
anything
we're
else.
not.
Fargo Pinball, good evening. Yeah, Fuzzy Cord, my tastes are totally spoiled at this point. It's like, it's Don Julio or nothing.
What is the thing, like you teach your kid to have expensive taste in alcohol so they like can never afford alcohol when they are in high school?
Wow, that's actually really smart. Ooh, Fargo got their Toy Story 4 last week and it's killing it on location. Awesome, how is it holding up? I think they're supposed to have finally gotten all the flipper issues figured out.
I do not know how your palms are not numb. Oh, so what movie monster would win in a Royal Rumble of all movie monsters?
There we go. Next question.
Are we not doing me as a villain?
Did we not do surreal? Nope, we have to go back.
You gotta do
We
surreal.
have to do surreal.
I did. I missed the whole thing.
No, we absolutely have to do surreal.
I had
Okay,
one.
saved it.
Yeah, saved it.
Oh, I had one. Loki, because like you're a villain, but you're also like chaotic and funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I need some time with this.
I'm curious how many people are going to pick up on my really sadistic side.
See, like I was kind of assuming we were gonna skip surreal. because I don't know that there's a funny answer to this. I've been
Probably
thinking
should
about
have.
this the whole time, and I'm like, if we're like, I thought you skipping Surreal was intentional because I was like, no, there's not a lot of entertainment value here. Good move, George. Good move.
Wow.
What is
Well,
the most
because-
bland villain ever? Maybe that.
Well, but that's the thing, though, Surreal,
sure
is
that
it's
was-
like it's not that you would necessarily be bland. There's a certain level of competence and efficiency that's no longer funny, right? Like,
Well, maybe it's on the unseen character in Clerks that
Nope.
puts bubblegum in the locks.
Nope.
like,
Oh.
okay, like, Surreal, here's the problem, is, have you ever seen a Black Mirror episode? Like, it's
Oh
a
my
British
gosh.
show.
Oh my gosh.
It's a British show about how technology, like, wrecks society.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Like, you'd never get to see the guys who make that technology, but that could be you. And that's what's terrifying and not funny, right? Is it's like,
Okay, I guess I can see that.
like in these techno-apocalypse shows where we jump past how this stuff got here and it's just here now and everything is ruined.
Are you still
There
in?
is somebody like
yes.
Surreal behind
I'm
that.
just.
Okay, I could see myself ruining the world. I like it.
So on that
Like
note,
I said, there's a certain level of competence and efficiency where you apply it without necessarily thinking. And I'm not saying that you're necessarily unthinking, but the villain version of you is, let's take that and
I've got
apply
it.
it to some random thing. And that random thing turns out to be the wrong thing. That's where it gets bad.
Okay, I can see that.
I get to choose a mode. In the meantime, I'm gonna go with Admiral Thrawn. I don't know if you guys know who Admiral Thrawn is from Star Wars, but like brutal efficiency and deadpan humor.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
So, the weird thing about Admiral Thrawn is he was also an outsider, and I don't know that applies to Surreal.
Oh,
I
no,
thi-
that checks out for sure.
Yeah, that totally
Well-
checks out.
Okay, no, but what I mean is, like, from a societal expectation standpoint, like,
Nope.
Thrawn.
Nope. Totally checks out.
Okay. Okay, no. Because, like, the thing about Thrawn was he was sent on this mission because he was he was so good at his job that he was making the humans in a human, like, superiority empire feel bad, right? And, like, so there's this kind of weird, like, minority element there that I wasn't sure was a box you were checking necessarily, if that makes any sense.
Okay. I wasn't going for the minority, more about someone who understands the job and gets it done, has a little bit of humor, but it's super dry, and everything is delivered deadpan. But Jay-Z, you were just...
That's the thing, is we're
Like
aligned about
every
everything
villain
else.
ever.
Did we pick a
Yeah,
villain
we're-
for Daisy?
Say it
Well, I
again?
suggested Rebecca from Ted Lasso. I think you were BRB at the time.
Oh,
Did you have
I
a
was gonna go.
suggestion?
I was gonna go with, just because of the pigtails tonight, I was gonna go with Harley Quinn.
I have dressed as Harley Quinn, Mr. J, several times.
Wait, is Harley Quinn the villain?
Yeah, it depends
She
on
is-
who you ask.
To many of innocent bystander, yes.
Okay, but how many
Well, like Jessica
bystanders are
Jones.
truly
Well, she's
innocent?
Kind of a villain.
The one that came to mind to me was I don't know her name, but in Kill Bill, this is terrible, but the younger schoolgirl villain that's deadly and precise.
The one with
Oh,
like was it the not the mace? Is it the mace? No.
Ori Ren.
I don't know, the Morning Star? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, it's
But yeah,
like a
I know
mace
what
and a
you're talking
chain
about.
monster.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, that one.
With the chain.
Little subdued, but deadly. And
That's not Ire Ishii, is it?
Oh, it's probably.
Hold on, characters from Kill.
Oh my god, I have
There are all
not seen this
kinds of
film since I was
typing
like
going on.
19. I don't know.
Hold on.
Okay, wait. Jetta McMuffin. Galaxy and Comet IPA combines a slice of rustic. I gotta trap up here. Maybe not. Hey, look at that, trapped up. Okay, so Jetta McMuffin, I think, is drinking something right now because Jedi went and grabbed another beverage. So we've got Galaxy and Comet IPA combines, hold up, a slice of
Mission
rustic
accomplished.
Americana with a rising star from down under galaxy hops, grown exclusively in Australia and revered for their clean, bright aromas, lend notes of passion fruit, citrus, and peach. Comet, a descendant of a North American original, packs a wildly bitter punch with an invigorating fusion of hops with notes of grapefruit, orange, and lemon. I want to try that beverage.
So the one that you're describing was one of the crazy 88 from Kill Bill.
Oh.
Sounds plausible.
It was like a group of people.
Sorry.
Give me that back. Give me. Oh,
We will return after these messages.
wow. This is really good.
Hans Gruber.
For yourself?
No.
For surreal?
Yeah. He's
Die
listed
Hard?
as one of
Yes.
listed as one of the most genius villains of all time.
Okay. Yippee ki yay!
How's that go?
Yippee ki yay!
Yippee ki
He
yay.
can't say the rest of
I
it.
feel like there's something else after it.
Oh no, I can't say that.
And
Oh, okay.
you added a syllable.
No, it's yippee. It's not yippee ki yay. There's
Yes,
an
it
extra
is.
ya. No, it's yippee ki yay, right?
Sam,
Wait,
type it up.
Yippee-ki-yay what? Like the cowboys
yippee-
say?
It's not yippee ki yay, is it? Somebody help me out
I don't even
here.
know. I don't even know.
Jedi saying no. You are quite wrong, George. It's just yippee ki yay.
That doesn't sound
It
right.
is
though.
with
It
the
doesn't.
pause and then the rest of it.
Yeah, but we're not doing.
Okay, wow. Across the board, it's yippee ki yay. It sounds better with the extra
Hey,
syllable
maybe
in
we
there,
can rip
honestly.
Die Hard this Friday.
I mean,
Ooh,
George, say display.
display.
I adore you so much.
Thank you.
That is very Norm Macdonald of you, George.
What
I mean,
dis-
you play amazing pinball.
I really don't. If you have watched it
You
all
have many
today,
good qualities.
and pronunciation is evidently not one of them. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's pronunciation. It doesn't matter. Everybody pronounces things differently. We're not.
They
This is a no
sure-
judgment zone on that.
They sure do. They sure do.
All right, I'm
Yippee
satiated.
ki-yay.
What's the next question?
Okay, cool. Surreal is satiated, so we're ready to move on. What movie monster would win in a Royal Rumble of all the movie monsters? And I'm gonna take a quick stab here. I'm gonna go with The Thing by John Carpenter. And that alien monster, I feel like would potentially win.
What are
That's
those
a good one.
things that came out of the sky in Avengers? I don't know, the alien thingies.
The alien thingies that came out of the sky. It's Taylor, but museum visits are a part of your talents. Thank you. Oh, Sharknado. Hey, and Jandelian, thank you so much for that follow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, Godzilla is what triggered this in the first place. We're playing Godzilla tonight. I think Godzilla is easily defeated by, like, I think a pack of xenomorphs could take Godzilla down.
Like, I went the thing from Cloverfield.
Okay. The one that spawns off all of the other things and took a nuclear bomb and still kept going?
Yeah, that seems like a safe bet.
Okay.
I mean, in fairness, the things from Field of Dreams could probably take down Godzilla because they're ghosts who hit baseballs. I mean, what's Godzilla going to do about that? What's Godzilla going to do about Field of Dreams, guys? Yeah, but
We can
ghost
extend that
baseballs?
logic to dead Jedi, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, all those dead Jedi children from episode 3 could probably take down Godzilla.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Dead Jedi children.
That was the direction I expected this answer to go.
Yep, I also did not expect that to happen.
This is why you always have to take things too far so someone else can take it further.
The battery's
I
not
literally,
included.
I don't know what Cloverfield is, but I'm like, Cloverfield, Field of Dreams, let's go.
Cloverfield was like, it was like a pretend, like, first person, like, camera footage type horror movie where there's a monster with, like, a lot of little monsters destroying New York City. It was really good.
Yeah,
But also
This is
really
why it's
cute.
good to have multiple
Okay,
people
Sammy.
in chat because the collective mind is just insane.
My favorite thing about this is that you said it was a pretend movie.
No, a pretend, like, first person, like what was it? The Blair Witch Project type thing.
Yeah, it was like a mockumentary.
Pretend found footage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love that, like if I was going to describe Field of Dreams, it's a pretend film about a guy who builds a baseball field in his corn. Like I should just put the word pretend in everywhere because it's almost always true. Like, we're never really who we are. Like, Sammy, you nailed something here, like, in a way that I don't think you intended to. But, like,
I regret
it's
it
just
already.
beautiful. You should regret it because I'm going to take this way fast where it should go, just like Surreal did with the Jedi children.
What about little monsters?
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
I forgot the question. What was the question?
It's understandable at this point.
Okay,
don't
so
know, actually.
here, wait. What movie monster
Yeah.
would win a Royal Rumble amongst all of the movie monsters?
What about Tim Curry in Legend? The big demon.
I don't remember what his
devil.
powers were. Also, you're up.
The big demon.
No. I
guy,
remember what he looked like. I just don't remember what powers he had.
He was just evil? Was he Hades? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess maybe he was just evil. But, like, him up against Godzilla?
I think that it is the Invisible Man if he's willing to play the long game.
Just sit in a
Actually,
corner?
okay, this is like a
You
totally
gotta play that long game.
no, but okay. So this is a totally random aside, but it actually makes sense with if you give me the second to lay out the context. So my best friend recently, like, we just had a competition that was like 3-week long, kind of like a battle royale, where it culminated in everybody that was still left alive fighting it out on Saturday. And the person, she didn't win, but she played the long game, and that she took this is in Minecraft, so she took a potion of his invisibility the entire time this event's going on. And then as, like, the last couple of people are fighting it out, she just unleashes this, like, monster called the Wither on everybody else while she's still invisible. And it was, like, the MVP moment of the entire thing. Like,
It's a way to do it. That's brilliant.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I dig it. Clash of the Titans.
Ooh. So
Oh, wow.
the invisible thing, by the way, fails as soon as you bring in.
Paint.
No. Sorry, the guys do paint.
Paint is true. It's true.
No, sorry, Predator, who see based on body
Oh,
heat.
thermal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So I gotta say, like, there's a question of, like, what is a monster, right?
Is it a non-humanoid
Like-
figure? non-biologically
But like, what is
human.
non-human? Like, there's a lot of problems where humans discredit other people's humanity. Is Nick Cage's character in Willy's Wonderland non-human?
I don't think I've seen Willy's
I have not
Wonderland.
seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
You're
God.
better off. You're better
George,
off
okay.
as people.
Here's the thing about Willy's Wonderland, George, is
no.
everybody who loves it and everybody who hates it cites literally the exact same reasons. There is no disagreement about what the film is or what it contains, right? But like, it's not like, no, your opinion's wrong because you didn't understand it. It's like we just all appreciate it differently. I loved this film for the same reason other people's hate it.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Cage.
It's Nicolas Cage, and he is here to do a job, and he gets it done. And some people just are like, I wasted 2 hours of my life. And some people like me, is like, this is, oh, wait, I didn't even get to the pinball part. There's a pinball machine in this. He plays pinball, like, a lot in this movie.
Huh. Okay.
Like, so one of the things he does is he there's like kind of a malicious compliance element where Nick Cage complies with these rules, and it's not clear if it's because he's like trying to comply with some like religious right to cleanse this place of demons. Like he has
my
to follow
God.
the parameters that are set. But
I'm
one of the rules
so
he's
excited
told-
about this.
one of the rules he's given when he clocks in is make sure to take your breaks. No, every 2 hours he has to take a 15-minute break, and he goes and plays pinball. So he'll be in the middle of fighting demons and go play pinball for 15 minutes. And then come back and fight the demons some more. And like, I loved it.
I really liked it too. It was just, it was something. It was an experience.
It's a weird movie. But like, it's like, is he a monster? Is he a hero? Because he's like, he's following the rules in order to break this curse. Is that because he knows that's the only way to break the curse, or because he can't understand everything else? Like, what, you know, you don't know. But yeah, I want to see him fight Godzilla, take a 15-minute break, play pinball, then go fight Godzilla again.
No, sorry, I'm thinking Matthew
He also
Broderick.
doesn't
Never mind.
speak in this movie, by the way.
He does not a single word.
What? Nick Cage in Willy's Wonderland doesn't say a word.
Yeah. So
This is correct.
he went to his agent, and he said to his agent, out loud, because this is him in person, not like in the film, I want to do a movie where I have to act entirely through facial expressions and actions. I don't want to talk once the entire film. And the agent's like, Nick, you're insane. Nobody's going to make that movie. And he's like, just find me the scripts.
Are we
Find me the
certain
script.
that he did not write this movie after like a long,
No.
long
He-
weekend of playing Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, he didn't write this movie. But what happened was he told his agent to find him this movie. His agent
It's my
comes back and is
understanding
like,
that this script existed before Five Nights at Freddy's came out.
Oh,
"See, this script
No.
has been bouncing around for a long time. And his agent's like, Nick, here's like the only thing that meets your requirements for this, and it's stupid. Nobody's ever gonna fund this. And Nick Cage
I'll
said,
do it.
met Nick Cage.
I'll do it, and I'll fund it. So he's not only like the star in this movie where he doesn't speak, he's one of the leading investors because nobody thought this was a good idea except him. And like, honestly, that makes me enjoy it even more, is the fact that he's just like, you know what? I just really wanted to do this.
The one weekend of shooting later, and the film was profitable.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's interesting. It's definitely
Godzilla
unique.
says I thought he said like one word. I don't recall, but I didn't watch the entire thing. I came in pretty late.
No, I watched the entire thing. I don't believe he said a single word.
I don't think that he did.
But like, that's the thing though, is he didn't have to. Like,
Right.
like, I mean, I love Keanu Reeves. I love The Matrix. I love Bill and Ted. But what would John Wick look like if he never spoke? Like, do we need anything that John Wick says? Like, I think really Keanu Reeves could have done better. And Nick Cage knew it, and he decided to show him up. And I appreciate it. good film.
Okay.
When was this made?
Not too long ago.
Oh, like 18 months ago.
Yeah.
It's relatively recent.
John Wick would be terrifying if he never spoke. You're right, Higher Peanut.
Right.
Just no explanation, no
need to go
reasoning,
to bed
just
soon.
instant death.
We just watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage.
It was ridiculously amazing.
It was wonderful. I loved every second of that film. So I'm down for a Nick Cage like evening at some point. And yeah, Willy's Wonderland is now happening.
There you go.
I wonder if they all saw.
And you'll have to let us know if Nick Cage actually says anything or not, because I just don't remember. But Kendall seems to think that Manu pointed it out.
I wonder if they all saw that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar after he did a movie where he didn't speak.
Did he? Was that the what was that called? The
Revenant.
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 Could
He
not
didn't
bring myself
talk
to
throughout
see.
that entire thing?
Is that what he won the Oscar for?
No, he.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I never
he
saw the
definitely
movie.
talked in that.
Yeah.
I know.
If nothing else, he screamed. I remember
Well,
He
that.
did scream. He did
Yeah.
scream. Yes, he's a great screamer.
It's like a tombstone along with the Oscar victory. Oscar winner, great screamer.
I mean, he won an Oscar for that and not Basketball Diaries.
What was the one? There was one
Fuzzy
that...
Cord. Oh, sorry, Fuzzy Cord. We got it. Oh man, I cannot catch a break on this game. This game hates me. But it wasn't 175. It was a little bit less than that. But I abused Jay-Z's Costco membership to pick up. We picked up 2 bottles. One as a gift for our friend who just bought the house that we were mentioning earlier, and then another one because I wanted good tequila in the house.
So now you have 2 bottles of Don Julio.
No, I only have 1. Oh, I have 2 bottles of Don Julio. One of them is a silver. One of them is the 1942.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one's only like a $50 bottle.
Yes. Thank you, by the way.
What? Because the other one I bought.
Yeah,
Yes.
So we still have 2 more questions. I'm going to ask the next one here.
Never gonna get out alive.
Yeah, two more. Imagine you're a Greek or Roman god, and you're about to have
All
a
right,
child.
got it.
It's real. I adore you.
Yep. I feel like I nailed it with Thrawn. I'm just saying. Imagine you're a Greek or Roman god, and you're about to have a child. What would the child be a god of?
Oh, God.
Earth?
Earth, the child of Earth. You're giving birth to Gaia.
I don't know. Just as long as his name isn't Testicles.
I would funnel that child away so that it did not have to grow up with the responsibilities of being a god.
I mean, there's a long history of Roman and Greek gods not being great parents. Like you would have no responsibilities to raise that child at all.
No, I mean, not that I wouldn't want to raise that child. I would not want them to grow up with the responsibility of being a god. I would want them to get to be a person and not grow up too soon.
How'd that work out
Here's
for
the thing, though,
Hercules?
Sammy, is I would say on some level, part of humanity is being a god. Part of humanity is having agency that we cannot comprehend and having impact in our actions well beyond that which is justifiable. Like, we should
feel like-
raise our children to be gods. In
But
general.
I feel like the vibe that I'm getting from like growing up among gods is like a sense of superiority and like you're better than other people that aren't gods.
Yeah, but
and I
most
wouldn't want
humans
my
have
child.
that too. Like, I mean, like that's table stakes. We're there.
Are you a god?
I don't think I agree with that.
You say yes.
Man, most people I've met think they're better than everybody.
Okay.
And like, there's no way that statistically works out.
Well, I wouldn't want my kid to think that they're better than everybody just because.
No,
like,
but
twice
that's
in a
what
row.
I'm saying is though, like, if you're not careful, that's what happens anyway. Like, that's,
Even if you are careful, I feel like that's what happens when they're teenagers.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like, at least in American and like Christian culture, this idea like we are made in God's image is a way to justify the fact that we all live like we're gods anyway. So like maybe let's own it, you know?
But I mean, like, I'm not a Christian, so.
No, okay, that's okay. But I'm just saying like
Do you know?
America's diffuse with this.
Yeah. We were talking about ourselves, not like American society.
Yeah. But like, if you have a kid, that kid is still gonna grow up in an American society.
Not a scenario. We're literally talking about Greek mythology.
Okay, I was assuming in this scenario our kid was growing up here and now.
I kind of got that too. I was going to say that my kid would be the god of reheating leftovers properly.
That is perfectly Neil Gaiman of you. I feel like the
Yeah,
mini
American
gods of like little tiny situations.
Yeah. I mean, to perfectly
That person
reheat
sounds
leftovers
important, but I don't know who that is.
is add butter and warm
Butter.
it up and then toast the outside.
Yeah, I guess nowadays as to where they live, I'm not sure, and it's meant to be interpreted. It doesn't have to be specific. You don't have to put a bunch of qualifiers on it. But I'll throw out there my thought on this one, which is mine would be very much like Loki, I feel like, but very specific. So I would want my kid to be the god of those like irritating little issues that happen via technology that you find ridiculously irritating but can never repeat in front of another person.
Yes. That's amazing. Amazingly specific and amazing.
The god of Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
actually.
if I call the IT department, it will not happen when they get here.
Yep, exactly. That's nailed it perfect. Yeah, no ability whatsoever to ever repeat it in front of IT.
I think my kid would be the god of loving the way I look in the mirror and hating the way I look in every photograph.
That's the mood.
Oh my god, I look amazing. Oh my god! How come I don't look the same?
The god of reckless decision making, because that's how you get a good Odyssey going. Higher Peanut, well said. Yeah.
Did we all answer?
I mean, I haven't, but like, my answer isn't very fun.
Okay.
I think I
thought you
somebody
said we
asked
were
me
all
on
gods
stream the
anyway.
other day if I was going to be a god, what would I be the god of? And the answer was motion. And it's just like I love ice skating. I love Quake. I love feeling things happening around me while I'm moving past them. But
I was just going
if
to say that's probably because you were playing Quake earlier.
Well, no. I answered this before I was playing Quake. But like this is why I love Quake. Because I love the motion in Quake, right? But like if I wanted something better for my kid, and I think we should all want something better for our kids.
Right.
I think well, okay, yeah, fine, Serial. You know what? Here's the thing. Everybody thinks I'm an unhealthy optimist. I want things that are unhealthy to want because they're too good and they won't happen. But like, if my kid was going to be a god of something, I would want them to be a god of protest. I would want them to be able to assist those who agitate for positive change. Because I feel like I've not managed to achieve that in my own life, but I always want something better for the next generation.
Did it again.
Well,
I feel like
the
your
point that you were
kid would
making
love.
earlier about like what your coworker said and how you responded to it, because like, yeah, like you want better for your kids and you want them to also make the world better.
Yeah, it's not like I don't want my kid to be able to outcompete the other children. I want my kid to work with the other children to make a better world.
I love that.
I like that too.
What is
What's interesting is that as parents, you always provide a filtered view of what that is, in hopes that what you've presented has the efficacy moving forward that you want. That makes sense.
fuzzy cord?
Yeah.
That's
I guess it
amazing.
did. Okay, that's cool.
And on that super deep note, Fuzzy Cord says the god of greasy tile floors in fast food restaurants.
No, so
What
real.
was
I mean,
that?
I'd like to go back to that just like for clarification.
Well, I just mean that you grow up, you have a childhood. As you become a parent, you think back on your childhood and you think to yourself, I'm not doing this. I am doing this. This was good. This was bad. This is how I'm going to prepare them to go out into the world. But from the things that you omit to the things that you exemplify as you're being a parent, it's a filter.
Mm-hmm.
So you're preparing them for your perception of what the world is going to be when it becomes pertinent for them to have to deal with it, I guess.
Right, which might not necessarily reflect their reality.
Well,
Right.
and so for example, like my parents grew up in an environment where if you did too much of anything, you would attract the attention of the mob. And they decided they wanted to live somewhere where the mob wasn't a factor. And so that's why I grew up in Tennessee, right? Not New Jersey or New York, right? But the problem is they still were like, you got to keep your head down and just try to live a quiet life. And I'm like, no, the whole reason you worked so hard to move somewhere far from your home and your family was so your kids didn't have to live a quiet life and keep their head down.
Right.
So that,
But they couldn't
your
shake
kids-
that.
But they couldn't shake it. And so, like, I don't know how to teach my kid to be better than me without the boundaries I set for myself. You know? And that's kind of what Surreal is hinting at here, is like, we all have these inhibitions, and we're trying to teach our kids to be better than us, but we can't shake those inhibitions.
Unless
Right.
you allow other people to teach your kid.
We've
other
determined
than-
how we would deal with our reality, which is not our children's, ultimately.
This started off as a question about like what would your child be the god of, and it came down to like really great personal parenting advice or introspections. Introspective? I get words.
Well, I mean, you give people godlike power, and you're gonna get like what they would do with it. I don't know.
But you'd like to
What do
think
we
people
want,
would put
like-
like deep thought into that. They don't always know.
It's funny. I'm reading a series by Orson Scott Card right now called man, I don't remember actually now the name of the series, but it's the second book is called Gate Thief, and the third book is called Gate Father, and it's about Nordic and Roman gods living today, and their issue is that they can't get to they have no more gate mages like what Loki used to be. And the power is dying out over time, and they're getting weaker and weaker. So they're less like their original kind of selves from thousands of years ago. And they don't live for thousands of years, most of them. They're multi generations, and they keep just losing power, and they get more and more human. But they still do have some powers.
Alright, chums up.
Something just happened. Hey, 9 Raiders came in from the Living Arcade. Thank you so much, Living
Oh my God, he just ran
Arcade.
in.
That is appreciated. Thank you for bringing 9 beautiful people over. We are trying to make our way through, I think, 2 more questions here. And the last one was, imagine you're a Greek or Roman god and you're about to have a kid. What would that kid be the child of? And this has gone around. I feel like we've had a lot of conversation around it. This has been really good. But nope, that's all it took for me to lose my thought on Gatefather. and specifically what it was that I was trying to make a point at. But it dealt with something that we were just talking about. Oh, sorry. How everyone with a lot of power, very few people with significant power, actually act the way any of us would really want. Once you have power, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a butthole.
That's depressing.
Yeah, that is basically the focus of, I think, all 3 books.
Like, your last question better be, like, the happiest, fuzziest, most, like, warm feelings having question ever. Because
Okay.
we've gone some places tonight.
Yes. Okay. A musical
What is the worst historical period and why?
Nope. A musical is being made of your life. What's it called? And and who would play you?
No.
It's a musical. I really, now that I think about it, wish I would have ended on a slightly more positive note.
ADHD. Wait, focus.
Yes.
And Juliette Lewis.
Oh, good choice.
Okay. Wow, that was. I didn't realize that what you just said was ADHD. Now focus.
I think that was her answer.
Okay.
I think for me, it's Are You Effing Serious? And Neil Patrick Harris.
Good choice.
Okay. Yep.
This is
right.
oddly a much easier question than what God is your kid?
What would your kid be the god
I also don't
of?
have kids.
Okay. For me, it was really easy. I just like picked the one thing that I knew somebody would get a kick out of for thousands of years. Like, just like what could you do messing with somebody that no matter what, like the god of walking into things, like that, no matter how many times it happens, will always catch you off guard.
I like.
But here's, I don't know how best to describe this, so I'm gonna get there and maybe you guys can help me with this. But in basically every facet of my life, I can have a moment where I nail it and I do the thing. And let's say for pinball, it's that like I make it through the game, and I play very well. And there's a moment where I'm awesome, and at work it's great. I feel like every once in a while I can get into a meeting and I understand what the issue is, and I can tell people to just stop for a second, and I break things down, and we make it through to the end, and we not only have a resolution, but everybody understands what that is, and we can move forward, and it's awesome. And then the next meeting we get into, I destroy any sense of accomplishment and can't do it. Or pinball, like this entire evening tonight, I haven't been able to get anything going with Godzilla ever. So I don't know what that is. It's an inconsistency in performance, but that would be the entire motif of my.
The other side of that coin is misunderstanding why people like me.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, people like you, like you're a cool person, you're a nice person. Like, so assuming
This is true.
assuming that people come here, no offense, but assuming people just come here for the pinball, it's wildly inaccurate. You're a cool person. People come here because you're a cool person.
Thank you.
And I'm sure people like working with you because you're a cool person.
I
That's the
hope
best
so.
backhanded compliment I've ever heard. That's so good.
Compliment. It was like George tearing himself down. I'm like, dude, like people like you have a bad night doesn't mean people don't think you're good at pinball.
I love that. That definitely, no, that was great. That was the George. If anything, people aren't coming here to watch you play pinball. It's just
No, what I meant.
Listen, it's absolutely genuine, and you're 100% correct.
You are.
It's
You nailed
not what I said. Kindless, that is not what I said either.
it.
You can have a bad night at something, and people they're coming here because they like you and they like seeing you hang out and play pinball. Like, no one would want to watch me play pinball. It would suck.
Oh my God! If you ever come out here, we are going to watch you play pinball.
No, that's
Yeah,
torture.
Sammy, go play pinball in Denver.
No.
Yes, north of Denver.
mean,
North
technically.
of Denver, then. Maybe in Fort Collins.
I will
Fort
see you
Collins
guys
is.
all at Expo.
Okay. Oh, and then we're hosting a stream at Expo. In fact, I'm running
What's Expo?
Expo in Chicago is a big pinball get together. It's amazing. And FYI, I'm running on Thursday, which is the first day of Pinball Expo, a 12-hour charity stream for autism with TPN and oh my God, Loser Kids. Yeah, there will be plenty of opportunities to jump on stream, Sammy, and Joe, if you're there, and
So
play
here's
some
my
pinball.
problem: is my kid gets out of school like Friday at 3, and so I'm driving up to Chicago at 3 on Friday.
Okay.
It's a long drive. I'm gonna get to Chicago at like midnight on Friday.
Okay.
Maybe
Do you have
1
like
a.m.
a whirlwind 10-hour visit with you?
I basically have Saturday and a little bit of Sunday morning.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's gonna be rough. Like, maybe if money is really good, I might be able to a fly out at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock on Friday and get to Chicago at 7.
That not
I gotta go.
That would be better than midnight, but like, the thing is, I need to cover airfare for 3 people to get
Yeah, I
there,
know.
and that's really not gonna happen. Like, the way things have been going. I'm gonna be there for Saturday. I'm driving in, no matter what. I'm gonna be there for Saturday, and I'm gonna be there for like a few hours in the morning on Sunday. But it's really tight for me.
Okay.
Kindless and I will get it on Thursday, though. George, I'm assuming you will not be able to pick us up from the airport, like we talked about. So I will get a Uber. I will get a Uber. Wow, words.
Yeah, sorry, you are absolutely right. I committed to picking you up and I totally spaced. I also simultaneously committed to a 12-hour stream on Thursday. When are you getting in on Thursday?
At like 5 p.m. And so my flight got pushed forward, so that's nice.
Okay, well, that's kind of nice.
But that means I can get there and see the 12-hour stream, so hopefully at some point.
Okay, yeah. I still might be able to help out there because I will be driving there and I have a Jeep which has...
Well, yeah, but if you're doing a 12-hour stream that day, like, it's very likely that you're not going to be able to just, like, I'm going to leave and go to the airport. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with getting an Uber.
We'll see.
No big deal.
We'll see, because Jedi is going to be there, and I think we're both planning on working that stream, as long as I get Jedi to actually go. He seemed on the fence for a little bit, but as long as Jedi's there, I think I can take an easy break, as long as that includes coffee. And I will be grabbing much, much coffee. Also, with regards to the, the musical, I would want, and this is similar to that thing, I would want it to be like Ryan Felipe, for whatever reason, is who I would want to be in the musical and to nail it. But suddenly it would turn around and it would, for whatever reason, be David Cross. That's how it would be.
I don't know, and I followed Ryan Felipe's career for most of my life because the age thing. I don't know that he has any musical talent.
I don't know if he does either, but somebody mistook me while I was in Jamaica as a teenager for Ryan Felipe, and for whatever reason, I owned that, and I'm like, cool, that's who I look like. I look like Ryan Felipe to somebody who was on, I'm guessing, a horrendous amount of drugs. That one day in Jamaica when I was like 15 years old. So, yeah, I'll go with that.
It's with you. Aww.
Jay-Z's got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's 12:30.
Oh wow.
Adios, muchachos.
Good night, dear.
See ya.
Night, GZ.
Good night.
With their cute ponytails.
With the pigtails. Yes. You what? Okay, thank you. Yeah, no. I have a ton of packs of gum. That's right. You guys can't hear Jay-Z right now, but so who else needs to come up with a musical?
You know, I guess I haven't come up with one yet. I mean, I really feel like I've been spinning my wheels like my entire life. Like, I watch It's a Wonderful Life, and the guy's like constantly trying to leave town, and it's like, yep, I get it. So I don't know that my life would make a great musical because it's really inactive. Like, and I don't think I have a bad life, or I don't think I have an ineffective life, but like the things I'm able to accomplish don't translate well visually, if that makes any sense.
I think you don't get to see the effect that you have on a lot of people's lives because it's not in person.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I'm doing good. I'm putting good out into the world, but like, I'm doing it from my apartment.
Right.
And so it's not great. It's, you know, and like, you know, like I said, in It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey, he's helping people in his town and stuff, but he wants to travel to Europe. He wants to travel to Australia, all over, you know, and he never gets to. And like, it's like, I have been trying to get out of Tennessee for like the last, 20 years. And boy, there's a lot of evidence I failed. I don't know.
Like, what would be the positive spin? Let's try thinking of a positive spin on a musical for you.
Well, but like, that's the thing though, is like the positive spin on it is it's not about me.
Okay.
It's like, okay, if I'm actually good at what I do is impactful beyond me in such a way that I can never know it. And I'd like to assume that's true, but like, I don't know how to tell that story showing me and the other people because I don't get to see that, right?
Fair.
It's a weird thing.
Huh. Well, that last question was meant to be happy.
And I don't even have an answer for it, so.
You know what? I hear that, and I totally understand what you're saying, but I'd also like to point out that the situation that you're in now kind of manifests part of that, don't you think? Like, you're amongst friends right now.
No, I know, but like, I mean, I'm also like, I don't know. There's just certain things like, I mean, at least like I have a bed now, but like, you know, it's like I'm a single parent and I'm a divorcee and I was sleeping on the floor for like months and like, you know, like I know I put good into the world and stuff, but like I don't get to see it or feel it. Like,
I want to unpack that for just
I wouldn't
a
want
second.
to tell my story from my point of view because I get through it by telling myself I'm doing good things for other people, but that's not my experience.
I want to unpack that for just a second because it kind of sounds like you feel like you don't have an impact on people that you have a regular interaction with. It kind of feels like you're only seeing your impact on the people that like watch your work.
Well,
But like
no,
you
I
have
mean-
impact on people that know you, that are friends with you, that are family, all of that thing. Like that's not nothing.
Well, no, I get that, but what I'm saying is like if you're trying to like show like a musical has like a point of view character, and that point of view character would not be interesting or amusing to watch.
I think I understand what you mean.
I
But it
get
might be
that.
relatable.
And for some people, yes, but like I guess my point is it would be like, but like, and that's the thing. It's like when I say like, I believe I'm attractive but not photogenic. Like, you can be attractive but not be good at like looking at a camera the right way, right? Like, the concept of a musical about my life is the camera. Like, I don't know how to tell the story of my life in a way that's fun or amusing. I just can't see it. Right?
Get that. I guess what I was like coming from is that like your perspective seemed to be like, I'll never know what my impact on other people's lives is. It's like, but you will, because you have other people in your life who know you in person day to day.
But no. But what I'm saying is, like, my lived experience doesn't reflect it.
Okay.
Like, if you were just watching me go about my day, it doesn't.
We are tallying up the
It doesn't feel like it lines up. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, you know?
Okay. Well.
Which I feel like, by the way, is actually a perfect focus for most musicals. It's never you don't do a musical for a president who's like destroying life and just winning all the time. It's usually somebody who's working hard but is underappreciated or something like that. Not that that's specific to the situation you just described.
I
but
mean,
It's true. There's no Martin Sheen musical.
appreciated.
Say it again.
This is incredible. Utterly incredible.
I'm sorry, Sammy. I literally just didn't hear what you said.
I was just
sorry.
saying. I mean, working hard, underappreciated. Yeah, that kind of sounds like Joe.
Right. Well, I'm thinking of the guy who cuts hair and ended up cutting people's necks and then giving
But
it.
here's the thing, though, is like,
Show to Sweetie Todd.
Sweeney
Take it,
Todd?
Sweetie Todd. Yeah.
I don't feel like but here's the thing, though, is I'm not saying I feel unappreciated.
Saying I feel like Sweetie Todd.
I feel on an intellectual level like I'm doing a good job and I'm helping people.
Yes.
But like when I look at like how I live, like nothing I do or experience is glamorous or is like
Your life
I'm just
deserves a musical.
but like it would be like I can't imagine showing how I live in a way that does not feel miserable. Like it's like I'm like living in like terrible graduate student housing where everything's falling apart and I had to bring in my own electrician to rewire the whole place, and like it's just like I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a great job with what I have and I'm proud of it. But like it doesn't carry into that medium. Like
Did you ever
I don't
watch? Did you ever watch? And I know you did. I know the answer to this question. But the what was it what was it? The Buffy musical.
Yeah,
It
once
was
more.
very
killing.
very realistic stuff. Like that's the kind of thing that I'm
Yeah,
seeing
like when
here.
they stab the vampire and
they
turns
stab-
into dust. Very realistic.
Joseph, I'm talking about like different stuff, like where she's talking about struggling with like going through the motions in the very beginning. It's like very like realistic human elements that don't necessarily revolve around her being a vampire slayer. So like what I'm talking
Well,
about
but
is, like, in
her
terms
being a
of-
vampire slayer is what carries it, though. At the end, like
No,
I guess
you're
what I'm
missing the
saying
point.
is like I just don't feel like my life is depictable in that format.
And that's pretty much literally what her entire like point of that episode was. So what I'm saying is, there could be really interesting musical written about your life, and you might not see why it's interesting. But you're an interesting person, and you're a good person, and like there's
Well,
stories.
I never said I wasn't interesting or good.
I
I
know.
just don't.
You're just saying it's
like I
not
said-
worth having the story told about you. Anyways, it's
No, I
getting
don't
off
see
rails.
the angle. I don't see
Okay.
the angle. Like I said,
Okay.
it's like I believe I'm attractive, but I know I'm not photogenic. Photos of me don't come out the way I look, and I'm fine with it. I've made peace with it. Like I don't know how to show my life in a way that people would find appealing.
Okay. I'm willing to just concede disagreement on this topic.
Living Arcade, have a great night. Thank you.
After these messages from Bonus.
This musical is a sheet music away from winning a Tony. Honestly. Okay, that was it. Those were the 7 questions that I had for this evening. I don't so we made it through, and there was some really, really good conversation. I actually really like these questions. What's funny is I have a whole book. Like, this book is just filled with questions and crazy art, evidently, that I just got bored when I was sitting there. But I have lots, just pages and pages of fun questions to ask.
Can we all take a moment to look at George's handwriting and marvel and the neatness? And I mean, it's incredible.
The handwriting?
On camera.
Show the stream. Show the stream, George.
Hold on, I gotta go over here. Let's go to camera.
Okay, find the best page and then show the stream.
Here.
That's sideways.
It is totally
That's
sideways.
full sideways.
There we go. How about that?
It is, but look at that.
Oh no, that's good handwriting. All right, 2 thumbs up.
There's so much glare off of that non-voodoo glass.
Here you go. That's. Wait, hold on. There you go. Here's. some
You
fun.
need to draw a picture of a face on it so the camera autofocuses.
Exactly.
It's readable on 480p. It's great handwriting. Thank you, Higher Peanut. Yeah, okay. It's funny if that is, and maybe it was you the first time, Surreal, Kiwi Frenzy, but why are you shouting? Yeah, sorry, Kiwi. That's just how I talk, is basically at a shout all the time. I feel like somebody else commented on the way that I write. I didn't realize it was somehow clean or something. That said,
I thought maybe they meant all caps. I do that
yes.
too.
Yep.
But some of the caps are bigger than the other ones.
Well, yeah,
Emphasis.
for emphasis, exactly.
Emphasis, yes.
Yeah. No. You can see where it says there, the actually.
Right.
How many licks does it actually take? Like, you actually have to say that louder. And then there's me starting a question being like, no, you got to cross it out because I do everything in pen.
Oh, that's interesting. Your P's and your Y's actually dip below the baseline.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait, now I gotta look. Hold on. Y and notice
look at all of them. I just did.
Yep. Yeah, the P always goes below the line. Yep. Okay. Interesting. And my drafting training was all caps as well. I cannot write in lowercase at all. Yeah, I don't do cursive, despite the fact that my kid was taught cursive just recently in school, and she's like, "How come you don't write in cursive?" And I'm like, "I gave up on that skill in 4th grade. I had to learn it in 3rd, and decided I was never going to use it again."
Because I'm not super lame.
That's perfect. That's what I should tell my 6 or 7-year-old, I'm guessing, at the time.
Yeah, going back to good parenting.
Yeah. Because I'm not lame, obviously. Oh, man. It's great, too, because we get together as, like, a group. It's a smaller school. I think they have, like, maybe 10 or 15 teachers, and they've expanded recently. It's a Montessori school. And we go in there, and, we just want to talk a little bit about cursive and how everyone's making real progress on it. Does anyone have any questions about cursive? And I couldn't help myself. I'm like, why cursive? I don't know what that was. Wow, there was a lot of interesting noise that just came through there.
I noticed that as well.
Oh, was that me?
I'm not sure where that came from. That could have been me.
Did you have a 747 buzz your location?
I don't think so, but I did unmute, so I don't know. There could have been things happening.
But why cursive? No. I even feel comfortable. Not. The argument is that in teaching, there's actually a lot to cursive, which I think helps with learning to spell and to write. The fact that the words connect gives words a cohesive structure in ways that standard print doesn't. But cursive is also it's just old, I guess, and the likelihood of needing to use cursive later, I don't know. And I'm not a teacher, so I don't know enough. And I ended up deferring, and I'm like, this is Montessori. They have a certain way of doing things, and evidently Montessori teaching has a very specific, like, you have to do cursive. And they have all of these like tactile teaching things that allow you to build words, and that's how they do their teaching. It was great because they actually teach kids to spell incorrectly, like spell everything phonetically initially using cursive, and they have to sometimes draw it out, and sometimes they have letters that have all the connectors on them, and they have to do it on the ground. And there was this fun thing. The great thing about Montessori at this point was that the majority of the learning is driven by the kids. The kids have to come up with kind of their own lesson plan for the first, I want to say, until they're about 6 or 7 years old, where they ask the teachers to give them a lesson on something specific. And the majority of the kids end up, the goal is to teach kids to enjoy wanting to be taught. And somehow cursive is a significant part of that, and it was really helpful. I still, to this day, am blown away how my kid knows how to spell and write both in print and cursive, and as well as she does. And it just worked out really, really well. I also don't remember how we got onto cursive. Kendala says cursive is something that boomers care about.
I mean, in some ways that's true. I think that any other perspective that you can have on communication and language is not bad.
Interesting.
So
okay.
just knowing that there's an equivalency of drawing this picture versus drawing this picture, I don't know. I off the cuff feels like it sort of breaks down the intangible quality that makes writing work, I guess. Since it's okay, God damn it, I'm back in the weeds of not making sense, but makes sense to me.
Yeah. I feel like I'm following you perfectly.
Yeah, in the weeds is good.
All right, you guys, perfect segue into finding another stream to raid. Sammy, thank you so much for the raid. And I think we had 4 or 5 different raids this evening. The Living Arcade, thank you so much. Pins and Pirates, Sammy, Joe Hills, and Surreal, thank you so much for hanging out. Dance Panda was here earlier physically, and she left. Dance Panda, thank you so much. Smoke him if you got him in the weeds, says CNK. Nicely done. I like what you did there. And there are a bunch of links that once we switch over to a commercial, I'm going to post up. Please make sure to follow Surreal, Joe Hills, and Sammy Higgins if you're not already following them. Amazing content creators. I know some people don't really like that phrase, but I feel like it's perfectly descriptive. And Surreal, you're fantastic. Thank you so much.
The one job.
Yeah, it's just one job, right?
So, Surreal MVP.
Surreal for the MVP.
Surreal MVP.
Nice. Thank you again. Let's go find someone to drop all this raid love off to. Have a great night. We'll be back on tomorrow. Definitely a different game. I'm so done with Godzilla right now. I don't know what I need to change, but this entire pinball machine is not working at all. I feel like I want to play some Tron, or I want to go fix stars and do something with stars. You guys have a great night. Thanks again. If I can find the right buttons. I don't have the right buttons still. I need to add commercial in here.
Have you been inundated with ads and questions related to TPN's now famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings? Questions like,
TPN's pinball pudding is so good, it must be illegal, right? what the fuck is pinball pudding?
How can a collection of content creators also be a pudding? That makes no sense.
And we hear you. You want to know what makes TPN so special? The answer is in TPN's secret ingredient. Simply proof. Other puddings may say they have it too, but watch as they're unable to back those statements up.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Do we have evidence of that?
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Evidence? Evidence?
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? Right here. Not here or here so much, but right here.
That's evidence.
We built this city on rock and roll.
Again, request for more evidence.
You can't handle the truth.
Do we have evidence of that?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Evidence?
SOT TDI clean diesel with up to 814 highway miles per tank.
Do we have evidence of that? Evidence?
Isn't it time you gave TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings a try? And check your local retailers for these amazing original and fantastic new flavors from TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings.